What is up, Turtletarians? It's your boy Rizzy.
Oh, it's your boy.
At least that's what I'm calling the notes. My boy Rizzy.
That's what I was hoping you'd say it and say it.
Yeah,
And
dude. You know me, bro. You put it in the
you
notes, I
did.
read it. You're like,
You
go fuck
did.
yourself, San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it takes. This is your boy Rizzy.
It's true. It's your boy Easy. Oh, I said it already, but we're saying it again.
See-
Okay, sorry. I
Okay,
was off.
Sorry. We're all distracted. And you're listening to Turtle Soup / Watching Turtle Soup, the internet, nay, the world's only community-supported podcast / videocast dedicated to the ongoing journey of the TMNT all the way from the very beginning until I finally enter my falling down era
Ooh.
and actually yank that girl's hair at the baseball game.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because after that, it's all kind of downhill.
It's
I'll
all
get more
downhill.
to that later.
Yeah.
But we're good until I do that.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So you better hope that no hair flops all over me, because then it's gonna be over pretty soon.
It's gonna be over. It's done.
Also, we are live on YouTube, everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're an audio listener, we're on YouTube. You get stunning visuals, especially like an episode like today where we're doing toys. You know what I'm saying? You wanna see some toys? You want to see them? We describe them because, you know, we still love the audio listeners. But come on over to YouTube. It's pretty fun. You don't even got to catch the show live, although we are live every other Thursday at 8 o'clock most of the time. You can just not. But come by and check it out later to see the toys and stuff. And be sure to subscribe. If you haven't done that yet, then share the stream. If you have done that, wow, I'm all mixed up. Anyway, share the stream. Let people know we're live. Also, speaking of people who aren't mixed up, I'm mixed up, but our patrons keep it straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying? They ride the line. They're family. And this episode is brought to you by two awesome patrons, in particular, Mick Lockyer and Duncan Gale. This one's for you guys. Enjoy the conclusion. Well,
hopefully.
I can't even say that. Enjoy what Eric's going to say we're doing on the show. Eric, what's Mick and Duncan going to enjoy?
They're going to enjoy the whole 8. They're getting the whole 8 tonight, Ryan, hopefully. But it's going to be camouflaged because that's what we're doing. We're talking about what will hopefully be the end of Turtle Soup's coverage of the Playmates 97-98 Next Mutation action figure line. And so, we've been doing it for the last 2 episodes, 3 episodes.
Yeah,
who knows? Episodes. And go check those out if you are just now tuning in and missed out on them. And if you're an audio only listener and you're wondering why haven't I heard the last episode, that's because we got throttled again. Just because I was uploading all the old stuff to the new thing, and that we reached our limit. So hopefully on Saturday, that you will have 2 new episodes to listen to that you didn't have.
It's part of that catch-up process, right? As we're like uploading everything, it's kind of like taking a while.
Correct. And so, but I believe everything's uploaded and ready to go. It's just these 2 new episodes, they wouldn't let me do it. So, no. What are you going to do? But they're here on YouTube if you want to see the face with the voice, I guess. I don't know.
Put a name to the face? Or
name to the face. That's what I was thinking.
But you're trying to say.
Yeah, but it didn't.
It's all good.
Right. Yeah, no. It is. It is what it is. Well, what you been up to, man? Why you about to enter into your fallen down era?
Okay, so went to a Rays game last night.
Okay,
love going to Rays games, even though the Rays are struggling this year a little bit. Can't seem to get above 500. You know what I mean? Like, there's been all kind of things, but I still love going to the game. Had a great time.
Oh, okay.
A great time despite the 2 people sitting in front of me and my wife Alicia. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to use this as a bit of a. It's a little bit of a Dim's rule. It's just a little bit of a guide. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's
not official.
A little bit of a guide, right? And this is more like showing you what not to do through prime examples of how to not be at a baseball game. Okay. So, sitting in front of us are 2 people. I'm going to call Kenneth, because this dude looked exactly like Kenneth from 30 Rock. I mean, like, same hair, same whole 9 yards. Boy
That's
had
a very distinct person.
The green, he looked like what Kenneth wears on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? He's got the green polo tucked into green khaki shorts with an elastic band. Like elastic waistband. I'm like, this dude, he's got his hair just like Kenneth. I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. And remember, I don't have any of these takes. This is all like post them being annoying takes. Like normally, I don't give a shit what you look like. You know what I mean? Come to a game, I don't care.
Yeah, sure.
Sit next to him is his partner, a woman I'm gonna refer to as my hair is my entire whole ass identity, who is sitting right in front of me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So first off, if you come to a game, a baseball game is a great place. Now, I need to open by saying that Alicia and I, on the way home, basically self-glossed ourselves like an example of exemplary baseball fans.
Okay,
we are. We talked about it, and we decided ourselves that we're really good baseball fans, and that we're an exemplar for what to do in a baseball game. Okay. Now, here's the deal. Part of baseball and getting to know people around that are sitting around you, normally now this is for some of the more awkward people among us. Some of our Turtletarians are a little socially awkward or haven't really been in this experience before. It's all good because I can just tell you what's going on. You don't ever talk usually directly to strangers at the baseball game. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of like, you're not just going to turn and say, "Hey man, what a play." You know what I mean? Because that's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
The way that you usually get involved with making little besties at the ballpark, which I like to call it. I want everyone around me, by the way, to be my bestie. I want everyone to be my bestie around me. I am incredibly gregarious. I am really talking. I'm in a really good mood, and I want to make friends with everybody. If you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. Like, and there's ways to show that, okay? Part of it is a little socially risky.
Right.
You have to kind of overhear what someone's saying to the person next to them. And then you gotta kind of butt in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I do.
So, like, you hear, like, the couple behind you say something about a play or a bad call, and you turn around a little bit and go, like, oh, my God, that's, like, the worst call I've seen since whatever.
Right.
And if they're receptive, now you guys have a dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Now you're kind of talking. Or they'll do the same to you, right? And remember, if you're going to a baseball game for the first time or you're just not used to this, but you want to be kind of among them, people might pick up on something you tell your friend or your partner or whatever, and they might comment. And it's just trying to be friendly, right?
Sure.
So unless they're a dick, like Kenneth, and they're trying to big league you at the game, you know what I'm saying?
Big league you. Oh.
He tried to big league me, man.
No.
So basically, yeah, like at first you might be like, oh my God, this like people are like overhearing what I'm saying and they're like responding to me. And it's like, that's the way that we show that we want to talk to you and that like we want to be buddies at the game.
It's a shared experience. Yeah, it's not like you're at home watching this on your TV. Like, yeah, no.
Exactly. The guy that was sitting over to our left, great example of this kind of bro. You know what I'm saying? Love this guy. I think I said something, he responded to me. That means we have the dialogue. I go to him. Now, eventually, I'm looking at him going, dude, did you like see that? Oh my God, bro, or whatever. And now we're talking directly. That's how you break the ice. Okay. You overhear, you comment, or you're overheard, they comment, and now you've got a dialogue. That's just to explain that. Okay. Your man Kenneth sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
Wearing the green. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about this guy. Who is this guy? Now, granted, we're playing the Athletics, and he's wearing green clothes, so I'm thinking, is he an A's fan?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all good. Like I said, I love making friends with opposing fans. If they're cool, like I'm cool. Like it's all good.
Yeah.
Then there's my chunky ash highlights or my whole ass identity sitting next to him. Okay. So Kenneth starts out the game. I look over and they're announcing the batting order, right?
Okay.
Who's batting in what order. And I noticed that Randy Arozarena, who last season hit really well and usually batted second or third for us, is now batting sixth.
Oh.
Now, the Rays have not been hitting well.
Yeah.
Randy is batting 153, which is not good. That is. If you're batting under 200, it's a problem. 153 that's bad. That means you get a hit 15 times out of 100.
Oh.
At bats. You get 15 hits.
That's
not good baseball. A good baseball average is like 300. So if you get three, because baseball's a game of failure. If you get 3 hits out of 10, yay.
Yeah.
1.5 hits out of 10, boo. Right? That's the line we're talking, right? Like
okay.
If you bat 300 for a whole season, you're probably an all-star in baseball because you fail 7/10 of the time.
Okay.
But if it's 150 something, it's damn bad. You're hurting the team. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I make a comment. I go, man, do you ever think you'd see Randy hitting 6th? Because they switched the order all up because it's a message, right? The manager is like, look, you're not hitting. I'm putting you down.
Did you make this comment directed at anybody, or did you say it like out loud enough for someone?
I said this out loud. I said this out loud. This
but
is
not directed.
Oh my god! Like, no, not directed because I mean we're in the opening phases. The game hasn't even started yet. They're just like batting number 6, Randy Arozarena. You know, so they're doing that whole thing. Everyone's clapping, and the players are coming out. And I said, I'm like, I mean, you believe that you'd see a day where Randy's hitting 6th? I'm like, man, that's crazy. Kenneth. Well, he's batting awful. I go, no, he is. I'm like, yeah, he is. I'm like, I was just saying, like, I mean, he used to hit a lot higher than that. He goes, and he's the highest paid player on the team. Like, telling me. I look down and I go,
telling me.
I'm like, no, we have a lot of players more highly paid than him. Actually, the whole thing is we got him in a good trade, and he's not making that much money.
Yeah.
I say this to this Kenneth guy.
Okay.
Kenneth just blows me off. Kenneth's like, well, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but you're wrong. But anyway, you know, that's not enough to spoil it. Maybe, you know, whatever. But you're going to pick up on me. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to try to big league me about how much he makes. You don't know how much he makes? Shut the hell up.
Right.
This is rule number 1.
Rule number 1.
If you want to talk to somebody about the team you're watching and you don't know about the team, don't tell them about the team. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Like, nobody appreciates it. Either you're spreading misinformation to people that don't know better, or you're kind of making yourself a fool in front of people who know more than you. Anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So
all that stuff is out there for everyone to know.
All this stuff's out there. And look, and this is not supposed to be like an exclusive rant. Like come to the ball game if you don't know. I want you to go to a baseball game so bad. I don't care. Just enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, actually a baseball game is an awesome place to learn.
Yeah.
Like, man, if you get to where you're talking to somebody and you have a question like, wait a minute, like why is he doing that? Baseball fans want to tell you all about it. They'll be like, all right, bro, check it out. Like, this is why this happened. Like, it's I learned baseball by going to baseball games when I was younger and just talking to my dad or talking to people around us. That's how I learned a lot of the stuff about the game. Okay, so like, love it. Love to have you there. If you want to learn and hang out and just make fun of it and chat, love it, dude. Love it. So Kenneth big leagues me. And I've tagged him as a problem. I'm like, I feel like this guy's going to try to big league me again.
Right.
Well, we'll see.
That's killing
meanwhile,
me.
my current struggle as I'm waiting for Kenneth, and all Kenneth's talking about is the Braves. Like, he's obviously a Braves fan, because anything a Ray player does, he just goes like, well, I mean, that's like Marcell Ozuna from the Braves. And I'm like, okay.
And now when he's saying this, he's putting that out there kind of hoping for the same, like, he's not, is he telling
it out
Hera's my personality? Like, does she? Okay.
Yeah, he's telling her, but it's at the broadcast level of like, you want in on this. And I'm like, I'm gonna chill out. I don't need to talk about how the Braves are not like the Rays at all, and how would you even compare those players? And and by the way, the Braves have been winning a lot the last few seasons, so it sounds like a bandwagon-y thing anyway. So I'm like, whatever, dude. His girl. Now her hair looked pretty good. I give her a hair I don't know, 7 out of 10. Looking good. It's got the wavy. It's got the ash highlights. You know, I get it. She's one of those people that flop her hair. Flop it like that.
Oh,
both hands.
Okay.
Both hands.
Oh, both hands.
It's both hands, Eric.
Oh, hold on. Let me
flop. Yeah, get yourself positioned.
That
one.
Okay, that.
Imagine that every minute.
Every minute?
Minute and a half.
90 seconds
or something. Now, here's the problem when you're sitting in a baseball seat at a game.
Yeah.
Eric, if you're sitting in a seat at the Trop, where do you think most of that hair is falling down over?
The person behind you.
The back of the seat, right?
Oh, yeah. Depending on how long it is, I guess, right?
Yeah. Your hair's long enough to go over the back of the seat.
Really?
Oh, my God, yes. You'd be over the back of the seat. Yep.
Oh, goodness.
So that's flapping all over me, my man. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Now, what are you wearing? You wearing jeans or you got the Daisy Dukes
I'm wearing my jeans, bro. Okay. No. I got my jeans on. No Daisy Dukes. I left those at the house. You know what I'm saying? I got my jeans. And I have a bucket of popcorn. And she's flapping right over my popcorn. At one point, touches my popcorn.
No.
I go, okay.
She pop your top?
So she leans forward a little bit, which is typically how people with long hair, especially women, usually sit at the game. Either they put their hair up, which is very common, you know, or there's ways to sit and not have your hair draped over the seat behind you.
Sure.
That is just inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Especially if you're flapping your hair around. It's obnoxious. Getting all over my shit. Hated that. Wanted to pull that hair so bad. I've been in that situation a lot. I tell Alicia, at not a quiet volume, maybe they could hear me. I said, one day, I'm going to enter my falling down era, and I'll probably be 70 years old sitting here with a Bud Light, just like toothless, just like, there's the rage.
Yeah.
And that hair is going to flop one time, and I'm just going to yank shit out of it. And
You
it's going to
said
be a
that
whole
out
thing.
loud?
The woman's, like the woman's going to scream. I'm going to get escorted out. I should never do that. But I'll be so old that you could be like, oh,
that's cute.
Grandpa Ryan, he just, he has,
G
you know,
Rizzy.
he's kind of, he's just a little out there. You know what I'm saying? G Rizzy. Yeah. G Rizzy. He's a little out there. You know what I mean? And whatever. So I'm dealing with that. She's watching reels the whole time and showing them to Kenneth in my sight line. So like in our sight line is the reels and Kenneth's watching them. Kenneth, baseball aficionado, freaking, Randy makes the most all the team, like dumbass. You don't know shit. Okay. I say, I could say a lot of things Kenneth did. And this is going kind of long. I'm going to clamp it down right here. The rule for hair's my whole ass personality. Before you think I'm just judging her for the hair, remember that because she's got her phone directly in our faces, more or less, we can see everything she's looking at.
Okay.
It's all hair products.
It's
$50 shampoo, conditioner, brushes, shit like that. So she's just at the game flitting her hair, and when she's not flitting the hair, she's looking up hair stuff. And I'm like, are you even here? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Your hair, but you're not here.
Here's a tip. Yeah, your hair, but you're not here. Here's a tip. If you were dragged to a baseball game and don't want to be there, every stadium has plenty of places where you can go to be at a baseball game but not watch the baseball game. Dang. It's called the bar. There's a lot of bars around where young professionals wear polo shirts and talk about daddy's money with each other, and they're not even in the game. They're getting drinks at the bar, and they're just in the atmosphere, okay?
Right.
You go to a Bucks game, that's called the pirate ship. Okay, there's a big pirate ship at Raymond James.
Yeah.
If you go around that pirate ship, it's all dudes with visors on, bleach blonde hair, red polos, talking about daddy's money with each other, not watching the game. And you are completely fine to do that. But don't sit in the lower bowl with really good seats and be on your phone. That's stupid. That's just stupid. And you could get hit by a foul ball. You know what I'm saying? It'd be your fault.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be on your phone and crap, go somewhere. Like, it'd probably be more comfortable if you went to a restaurant or sat at a bar and just like had the game on up there and watched your reels and had drinks. Like, don't make it my problem, because now I can see everything you're looking at. I don't want to see your phone history, but I can.
Don't make it my problem.
Last thing, and this is where Kenneth broke it.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here, and I go. Alicia says she goes, you ever notice, this is talking about baseball game. She goes, you ever notice how like catchers are just kind of shorter? She's like the because they have all their stats on the screen, like when they come up on the big jumbotron. She's like, yeah, like, a catcher's like 5'6", and she's like, a lot of catchers are kind of short. I guess that's just a thing. I'm like, oh, I can see that. I'm like, it's rare that you see tall catchers because they're crouched, you know, and whatever.
Right.
But then there have been some tall catchers. So I say, I go, babe, do you remember a guy? He wasn't around for very long. I think he was a catcher for the Athletics, actually, who was like 6'8". Do you remember that? Whenever he like crouched in the catching position, he was almost as tall as the ump. Do you remember that? And she's like, maybe. I go, it was just weird as hell because he was so big. Like it was like, that made me think, why aren't catchers bigger? Because they can like block the ball more and they're bigger, you know, and all this stuff like that. Kenneth turns around and goes, like judgmental, goes, are you talking about like Sean Murphy or something? Sean Murphy's the catcher for the Braves.
Yeah.
Sean Murphy used to play for the Athletics.
Oh.
Sean Murphy is 6'3". I say, no, I'm not talking about Sean Murphy, who's 6'3". I'm talking about a monster of a man, like Aaron Judge sized, who was catcher.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't remember that.
Oh, snap.
So I'm like, well, I do.
Oh.
And he turns back around.
Oh, good. Oh, you were fuming.
Alicia looks at me like,
oh, yeah.
She's like, I'm like, oh, this bitch. And then the last thing he did was tie game. We got Jonathan Aranda at third base. Now, Jonathan Aranda is not a super athletic player of the Rays. He's kind of shorter, stocky. He's like a first baseman who hits a lot of home runs.
Ew.
Not very fast.
Ew.
Right?
Gross. Yeah.
Ew. Gross, right?
Yeah. Ew, brother.
Brother. So he's like a stockier dude.
Yeah.
Well, he tried to go from first. Sorry, he was at first base. He tried to go from first to home on a double.
Oh.
And got thrown out at home like with a million years. Like the catcher caught the ball at home, brewed a pot of tea, put out a welcome mat, and then tagged him out. It was like a joke.
That's
right.
Great.
And I'm like, and everyone kind of groaning like, Jesus. Okay, cool. That's nice. That was a third out, by the way. So it's like now we're out of the inning too. Cool.
Right,
Thank you. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I was telling Alicia, I was like, I really wish I had the replay because like, did the third base coach tell him to hold and he just blew through the sign? Like, I need to know because it was such a bad call, you know?
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you could still blow the catcher up, Aranda would have been safe. Because back in the day, you used to be able to blow the catcher up.
Right, like truck them or whatever.
You could truck them. And if they held on to the ball, you were out. If the ball went flying, you were safe.
I like that. That's
and
neat.
Literally, there was one major league catcher that had more or less his life ruined by getting hit so hard. He had like a massive concussion. He tried to come back later and couldn't play. He still experiences vertigo. I mean, like, it was really bad.
Goodness.
So they literally stopped it.
Yeah.
If you make contact with the catcher in any bit of an aggressive way, you're out. I don't care if the ball went flying out into Eric's hair. I mean, it doesn't matter. You're out because you attacked the catcher.
Right,
basically.
the catcher. Yeah.
So obviously, Aranda can't blow the catcher up. But I tell you what, if you can still blow the catcher up, Aranda would have had him trucked because Aranda's a big dude. I'm like, that would have been game over. And that's always when hitters used to, or when catchers used to get really hurt, was when you had a, whatever, 260, 70 pound steroided dude in the 90s and you've got him halfway to home. Right. And he knows you've got the ball. He's got halfway to home to run and blow you up.
Yeah.
That's when the real hurting happened, right? On bang bang plays, you're not trying to run into the catcher. You're trying to slide around him and just touch the plate.
Oh, okay.
If you know you're dead to rights, you're gonna lower the shoulder on you, right? That's how far Aranda was basically out. I was like, oh no, he would have had like most of the base path to be like, I'm gonna destroy your face.
Yeah.
Kenneth turns around.
Oh.
You're not allowed to do that to the catcher. I look around and go, I know that. And he's like, yeah, because like that guy would get suspended probably. And I go, that's why I said, if you could still blow up the catcher.
You said per my last email.
Like, but you can't do that. And I literally just went like, okay, whatever. That's the end of my baseball story. They were terrible.
But you can't.
And so real quick rules. You want to come to a game, but you don't know the team, don't act like you do. Number 2, if you got hair, man, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, your space ends where mine begins. You know what I'm saying? Don't flop your hair all over me. You know what I'm saying? And number 3, do not attempt to big league a fan of the home team when you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Probably and just better not to big league anybody.
Just don't big league anybody. That time you told me at Jesus work you got big league. I was so mad I was about to spit. You know what I'm saying? Don't big league people like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. And the last thing I'll say is like, please come to a ball game and hang out. Just don't do those things.
Just don't do those things.
You're just obnoxious.
Yeah.
And man, and I'd tell you, me and Ken's about to come to blows. When he said you can't do that, I'm like, you're just trying to be. Oh, I'll tell you the last thing that got me. This guy made me just feel bad. So my bro to my left, right? Me and him are going. It's him and his wife, and she knows a lot about. They both know a lot about baseball. We're riffing back and forth. At one point, one of the umpires got hit in the face with a foul ball and got all like messed up and went down to our clubhouse.
What was that?
There was like a 10-minute delay. He went like literally. I'm not joking. he had his mask off, and so the whole thing is, if an umpire gets hurt, the medical staff for the home team comes out and checks on him, right?
Oh, okay.
Because if he is kind of hurt, we need to check for like concussion or bandage something up or whatever. He's always led down to our clubhouse where the home team's medical stuff is all set up, right? So he gets led down, and this is right coming toward our seats, and he is literally going like this, and I'm like, oh, that guy got the bell wrong, right?
Yeah.
So he goes down, 10-minute delay, never comes back.
Oh.
They have to do a 3-man umpire squad instead of 4, like which I've seen before on TV. I don't think I've ever seen it live. But yeah, 10 minutes. I'm like, are you good? And then play ball, and I'm like, oh, he's not back. But I need to see what happened. I'm actually genuinely curious. I mean, he had to get a concussion. Like, it was really bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, this whole time I'm talking to my bro next door, right? He's hilarious.
Okay.
Find out that him and his wife are expecting a child. Because I'm like, oh man, we were talking about Cracker Barrel or some shit, and I said, like, I tell you what, the reason I didn't go a lot with my kids when they were younger was when you got young kids, that Cracker Barrel gift shop is a death sentence. I'm like, it's already expensive food. I'll spend another $20 at the gift shop.
Oh,
it's just made. It's like basically it's like Chuck E. Cheese without the games. Just buy things basically. We're laughing and stuff, and and he goes, actually, like we're like 6 months pregnant, and I'm like, oh dude, congratulations. I'm like, oh man, kids are so fun, and we're just good vibes.
Okay.
At the end of the game, walk off win. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go Rays. He's kind of distracted a little bit, but I kind of wait a second. I want to say goodbye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
So my man turns around. I'm like, hey bro, dude. Congratulations again, guys. Like you're gonna love it. Like so good. And great game. See you guys later. You guys are awesome to talk to. And they're like, oh yeah, man, bro, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a bit of a gap because like people are kind of filling up the aisle trying to leave, and I decide I'm gonna let the next slug of people go. So I just stand there and I'm like, yeah. And he looks at me and goes, empty nester?
What?
And I go, what?
This is
Kenneth
like,
saying
this?
Like, no. This is Kenneth. This is my man. This is my man I've been talking to, like the cool guy I've been talking to all.
Right. Okay.
Him and his wife are gonna have a baby. We're chatting, man. It's all good. All the name, all this shit. And he goes, empty nester? And I go, what? Because I didn't think I heard him right. He goes, empty nester. Your like kids moved out.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, man, my kids are like 13 and 11. Dude, he goes, oh, okay. I guess because you said like when my kids were little, and I'm like, yeah. It's kind of like I used to do drugs.
But I still do,
but I used to
too.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's like, well, I had little kids. I still have like middle-aged kids now, or whatever. You know. I walked away going like, do I look like my kids could be moved out of the house, man?
I mean,
do I act and carry myself and look like my kids are over 18, dude?
I mean,
discuss.
Yes, don't offend you. because I have a lot of friends that are our age and have kids that are now like in college, and it's very weird. So yeah,
at least you try to make it feel a little okay. At least she was like, I told her about it. I'm like, that kind of stunned me. That was worse than Kenneth a little bit. Just at the end, I'm like, do I look that old or whatever?
Right.
And she was like, she's like, no, because if you think about it, like we had kids not late, but like late 20s.
Late 20s.
She's like, honestly, she's like, if we had August, like when I was like 21, then like, I mean, yeah, he'd be getting close. Not Kara, but he would, you know? I'm
right.
Like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of got me a little bit.
Yeah, no, I don't think he meant it.
Yeah.
Based on your looks. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's, like I say, he's really nice. So I think he was just kind of talking. But I was like, am I at that point? You're expecting, he's younger than me. Yeah, definitely expecting your first baby. Yeah, you're younger than me. Do I look like empty nester?
No. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say these days. I mean, things people having kids and generational things. Right, you never know how old somebody is.
You won't say I don't look like an empty nester. So what you been up to?
Oh, you won't say it.
You won't. No. My boy Eric is he's honest easy. I know he's like, no, I think it's just sometimes when people have kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, anyway. It is like Jake in the chat says it is a weird thing to say, and yeah, but I think it was solely based on the way you phrased the thing. You didn't think anything of it, and he probably just was in that weird thing where you're trying to make a conversation and just read something into something that wasn't there, like that was misconstrued or whatever. I don't think it was anything based off your looks. Okay. So yeah, but yeah.
John in the chat says talking to Americans at baseball games, best thing to do is take the urinal next to them, chat them up while touching shoulders. That's a real thing. I went to use the bathroom at the game last night and saw a man without any bit of shame or anything walk up and walk up next to me at the urinal and set his phone screen down on the urinal on top, screen down on the urinal next to me, next to me. And I couldn't believe it for a minute. And then I thought, there is something essentially wrong with a lot of us and how we understand germs. If you wash your hands in the bathroom and then open the door handle, you should not have washed your hands. It's the same thing. And he went and he washed his hands and had that phone in his pocket and he yanked it out right walking out the door. I watched him. Yep. You touched everybody's piss. You might as well have been offering people help, holding their dicks for them, is all I'm trying to say. Your hands will probably be cleaner.
Yeah.
Because what you'd be splashed with was sterile. What you put your phone in has been sitting there forever. It's like the inverse is true with urine. It's going all the way back to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I saw that.
So we got some more chat stuff going on. Michael McDonald's confirms that I do have over the chair hair. And then let's see. Woolly Rhino comes in with the dang deep diving granddaddies. Oh, but no, they say that we don't look like we're empty in our empty nester stage in life. It's probably just because of your superior and sincere how do I? Is it sagacious? Sagacious.
Damn it. Sagacious.
Yeah. Sagacious wisdom.
I know that word. Why can't I say it right now?
Right. I understood it, but I've never read it out loud. That's wild.
Woolly Rhino, you're awesome. I appreciate that.
And then Jake comes back in with a side note.
This is a great story.
Jake the clarifier. When you've been in line at a urinal, has anyone ever asked you to get in front of you? A dude at a show was drunk and asked me if he could cut the line, and he was 5 people behind me. I was next in line and didn't know what to say because I was taken aback, and I was like, "What? Oh yeah, well I got to poop." And then he stopped and got back in line. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, no, I'd be like, nah. I think the only way that you'd let somebody cut in front of you is if they already have their front tail out. And
it is
then
sagacious,
at that point,
by the way. Michael McDonald's. Sagacious is the correct way to say that.
Yeah. Thank you for putting that in the chat, Michael McDonald's.
That's a good...
Sagacious, phonetically.
If somebody asked me, I don't think I've ever been asked to cut in line. If somebody asked me, I think I might let them because my thought would be to sacrifice your pride and say, bro, can I cut in front of you in line for the toilet means you probably have to shit. I'd be like, this is probably maybe one good turn deserves another a little bit. Like maybe one day I'll be that guy and it'll all come back to me or something.
Well, the other thing is that what if the person behind you really needs to use the restroom and now you've just, and that's
we hope
who made it your call. Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few in this scenario.
I'll pee outside.
I'll just, that's the way God intended anyway.
If the bathroom is too long, I'd be like,
yeah. So
pee outside.
At the last punk rock flea market that we did, the ladies' restroom line was so long that some of the ladies just stopped men from going into the men's restroom and said, "We're using this now." And they came up, and they were not employees of the bar or part of the thing. They
I've seen
like,
that.
No, we're taking this, and they were
cool
yelling at people, saying they were like, "Yeah, no, don't do your hair or makeup, nothing. Just go in."
Yeah, no, I have seen that in certain situations, and I'm a fan. And
I tried to do it at the ladies' restroom, and it didn't work well for me. There wasn't a line or anything. I was just
one time. Why did I use the ladies' restroom one time? It was one of those situations where things were all like messed up or something. and there was like no one around, but like the men's was like closed, and there's like no one around, and I'm like, I'm gonna be really neat. I don't know. I really have to go. There's no bathrooms around here. I couldn't leave. I couldn't. I forgot what the situation was. I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I went in there, like locked the door. I was like so neat about it, like, and then coming out, this woman starts shaking her head, straight up, because now of course there's a woman outside because I went to use it, and I straight up, she shook her head. I go, the men's is broken. I believe we're in a unisex bathroom situation right now. I hate to say this, but I feel like that's like, it's almost like when a stoplight breaks, we're at a automatic four-way stop kind of rule.
It's understood.
Like, if one bathroom is down and out for either gender, I feel like now it's a unisex bathroom.
Right.
Like I feel like that's just like,
that's fair.
Sorry for the convenience.
Temporarily unisex.
Single gender bathroom, now multi-gender bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's like, it's still a functioning toilet. But the head shake I got, I was kind of like, you back the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I wouldn't let him cut. But you asked me a question. You asked me what I've been up to, and I'm
that's what you've been up to. I'm sorry I took so much time.
It's all right. Been up to just getting the shop open. We had our grand opening.
This damn label off?
Yeah, pretty much. We had our grand opening at the Catnip Cafe this weekend, and it went really well. We had a line around the building, Ryan. It was glorious.
Oh,
yeah. Now, granted, the building is on the on the corner, so like it's it didn't take that many to wrap it around there, but it was wrapped around the building.
Hey, there's people in line you couldn't see.
People in line I couldn't see. Exactly.
That's a great thing.
It was. And it was a lot of fun. The Paperback Whales came out and supported Shannon and my wife and I. And it was a good time and just really neat to see a bunch of people, and we made some money, and that's always good. And so been doing that, and playing Red Dead 2 still, and working on music again, because there was a lady there that we had come in and play, and that got me just being like, man, I just need to write stupid songs again and just do this. I mean, we've been in talks about start doing Creeps again, which I worked on that today, and I got a lot further than I had before. So I got some chords.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna need to
talk about getting that fired up.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna. I was trying to get Shannon to help me because she's great. She can write songs. She can do stuff, like she can come up with lyrics and stuff. She's helped us on a few things, and but the other day, like it was just a weird, moody thing with me, and we were both in kind of weird moods. And I was like, oh, I kind of wanted her to help me, like spitball some stuff. And so like it just wasn't working. Like she was getting irritated. She's like, you really just need to get Ryan. You need to get your boy, and y'all need to just go off. You need to go off with him and make some music. And I was like, you know what?
Please go off.
You're
with
right.
Me.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
We got to do it. So
dude. Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Yeah,
that'd be a lot of fun.
We'll do that. But yeah, other than that, just living, just a
lot about it.
Just keep it going and enjoying it and stuff. But
nice,
whatever. But you know what?
One last thing is I've been watching Star Trek Discovery finally, and it's really good.
That's cool.
It's really good.
That's neat. That's not the animated one, right? That's Lower Decks.
No. Discovery is that's Lower Decks. Discovery is the show that, I mean, canonically is the next after Enterprise. I mean, it came out. It has 5 seasons. It was the one that came out on Paramount Plus exclusively. That was the real breaker for it. A lot of people didn't have Paramount Plus. They tried to like get people on Paramount Plus because it had the new Star Trek, but it was behind a paywall, which at the time I highly objected to.
Yeah.
I only started watching it because.
Go ahead.
What, Michael Burnham? That you're referring to?
No, wasn't the captain on that? Didn't she kind of look like Angela Bassett?
Yeah. That's her name on the show is Michael.
Oh, I didn't know. I just remembered she kind of looked like Angela Bassett, and I'm like, goodness, this woman never ages. And
all I got to tell you is, straight up, the sell job for this, very short and brief, takes place a decade before Kirk becomes the captain of the Enterprise.
Okay.
So Pike is the captain of the Enterprise, which is
yeah. That's wild.
Pike runs into Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
They revisit the cage situation, which was the pilot for Star Trek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where Pike was the captain.
Yeah.
And the Menagerie, which was one of the best 2-part episodes of Star Trek ever.
Yeah.
And then they go to the future. 900 years in the future.
Oh, that's quite a while. It's quite a ways off.
It is really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like it feels like Abrams Star Trek, so you've got a lot of that action and stuff like that.
Right.
But they do, because it's not a movie, it's a show, they have time to dig in to like the Star Trek, the good shit, the Star Trek shit.
Yeah.
Like
it's a trek.
the moral consequences, the ethics, the different cultures, different things. Like they have a really good job. Also features the first trans kiss in Star Trek history.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
We wouldn't have Strange New Worlds is the show. They did a spin-off show with Pike on the Enterprise. Because Pike and Spock, the characters that when they were on Discovery, they were so popular. They did a spin-off show with that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I want to fight you a little bit, John, on Discovery a little bit, because you said it's just okay. I feel like
dang. He said ellipsis is okay. Just ellipsis. Okay.
I haven't seen the whole show, so maybe after 5, I'm in season 3. After 5 seasons, maybe I'll be like, oh yeah,
right.
But I'm a fan. But anyway, I know John's a big Trekkie too, so we have to have that debate. Yeah, on maybe a chef special or something. Just like
that'd be fun. Figure it out. You know what else we're gonna figure out? We're gonna figure out how to get through the rest of these toys tonight.
We're doing
so buckle up, saddle up, Seabiscuits. We are getting into some toy talk finally after 8,000 years or 10,000 years. That's how long Reader was in the dumpster or whatever they called it. So again, everyone, thanks for sticking with us and throughout this journey of toy talk. We are now gonna talk about some turtle camouflage. What do they call them? They call them turtleflage. Here we go. I'm going to fade into this one. Woo! Here we go. So, this is still part of the 1997-98 line of Playmates action figures. And, they put out a lot more of these than I thought they did and ever needed to. But, there's 2 different assortment. Like, there's 2 different camo figures of each turtle in this line. I don't really know a lot about it because I kind of like to discover this on the show with you at the same time. But just from a very quick glance at some of the pictures, I believe we'll start off with the camo armor turtles, and then we'll go into the camo bandana turtles. And hopefully we'll sort all this out and figure it out.
Okay. Who you want to start with?
I guess we'll just start with Donatello right here because he's just already right here. Is that cool with you?
Camo armor Don. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What number does it say? I think it's. Did you find him on the list? It's 20.
Yeah. I found him on. The. I need to go to the pics. I found him on TMNT Toys.
TMNT. Okay. Yeah. I believe I got all the right images that are clear enough to read, but I've got some in here too. So if we can't read them, then I've got some of them. I'll let you know ahead of time. But
so Turtleflage Don. Okay.
But yeah, I'll since Don's your boy, I'll talk about how he looks and I'll let you read all the stuff. This looks really neat. This is still on the card back that has been on all the other figures, which is normal and fine. It's got Raphael under a sewer cover for some reason, and it's got the Turtles logo with the yin yang in the middle, which I'm still surprised they got away with doing that back in the 90s, especially.
Right.
But your boy, he looks pretty cool. He's got some detail in the sculpt just looks decent. He does look a little bit disjointed, with his limbs, but I mean, it looks like a turtle's arms coming in and out of a shell. I mean, so you can kind of make that argument. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with the what's actually there. And then there's a lot of detail on the belt and everything. But what weirds me out is he's got all these these weird lines in his abs. like on his chest, like all the way down to his front tail, like just looks like scales or something. And I'm like, that's
really
weird.
strange. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about that. And then yeah, so but he looks really cool. He's got the long twirly bandana thing going on still.
Mm-hmm.
And this one has yellow like wraps around his forearm and his calf leg. And and I'm like, okay, we'll see where that goes. We'll see. Yeah, and then you scroll over and you get this horrifying thing, which looks like if Casey Jones had a mask, but it was made out of wood in
there's
the
a very
like jungle
dryad type feeling going on here.
Yeah, and then that continues to some other parts, presumably of the camo armor, and then we see the weapons, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, that's what you're looking at with camo armor, turtleflage, Donatello.
The where'd he go wacko? This is kind of funny because so he comes with a gold plastic bow that has spikes on the end and a handle in the middle. Don't know if that's a bow anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a lance? Because
double-edged spinning Lance O'Chance. Lance O'Chance. Live by the coin, die by the coin. So you've got real field turtle skin. So you just feel it all up. Feel them up.
Yep.
Special battle blend background, which is this thing on the back of the J card where you're supposed to stand him in front because that's what matches with the camo. It's not like it's camouflage because here's the deal. The turtles are already green. So camouflage is already kind of built in.
Yeah.
But then they're like, what if he blended into the yellowest wall ever that was kind of made of wood in this pattern?
Yeah.
Yes, he could probably blend in pretty well to that. I have no idea what they were thinking with this line. I don't know what the deal was.
No.
And then he's got a bunch of strap-ons.
Yes.
Strap-on battle blend armor. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yes, to be more specific.
Where'd he go? Here we go. You ready? This is Splinter. This is Splinter life hack.
Way of the Turtle.
To blend in with the background is to be invisible. Splinter was hitting the sauce when he said that one.
Oh, absolutely. One time.
It's almost like Yogi Berra level of like weird and funny. Okay, so Turtleflage Donatello peers out into the steely night. An elite guard stumbles down the street. He has no clue, no idea, no warning. And that's just the way Donatello likes it. Okay, Donnie. Like, all right, bud.
That's just the way he likes it.
Tonight you can pass by any fence and see nothing but fence. Yeah? That's not usually a tonight only. Usually when you walk by fences out in public, that's kind of an always on. That's a
oh my god.
You always just
not
see
exclusive.
fence, at least me.
It's not exclusive to the night.
Break the law though, and you'll see a furious flurry of green, mutant green, and that's the color that suddenly envelops the elite guard as he attempts to detonate a device outside of City Hall. Leaping out from his battle blend background, Turtleflage Donatello storms into action, whipping his double-edged, spinning Lance O'Chance like a whirling dervish. You ever wonder if whirling dervishes ever feel like all you ever talk about is how we spin? Like, we're a whole ass different religion, but whatever.
Right, but whatever.
The element of surprise is all his. This turtle trick star commands the conflagration. That's a nice word. And victory is his reward for his mastery of the turtleflage technique. Wait, where did he go? Is he out to find Dr. Queese's secret lab? Or wait a minute, is that Turtleflage Donatello or a simple wooden fence? Let me tell you something.
Not tonight.
This was an idea. Turtleflage is an idea that would be created by Charlie Kelly from It's Always Sunny. Like,
oh yeah,
he would make up a whole suit of camouflage armor that blends into only like one fence on one part of the street,
right?
And would just be seen walking around the street, like obviously bright yellow, and just caught basically.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking with this.
I don't either.
I don't know, but Donnie, the long and short is Donnie likes to lie in wait.
Yeah. Yep.
All you see is a fence, but then he whips it out.
And that's how you know. That's how you know he's there. So, he was there the whole time.
That's how you know. Yep, that's how you know what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
Turtleflage. All right, so let's see. Let's go back here. So we'll do Mike. We'll let you do Mikey.
Okay.
This is actually kind of neat.
Okay.
I'm a bigger fan of what he's got going on.
Sure.
Because it looks neat, but
it looks wild.
So ask yourself, all right, so they should have called him. This isn't Turtleflage Michelangelo. This is Dazzle Michelangelo.
Dazzle Michael. Okay.
So I believe that's what it was called. So back in the day, right, and you guys have probably seen this, in World War II, they couldn't camouflage ships because, like, the whole thing you need to see about a ship is it's on the water. It's kind of hard not to see it. And if you paint it, like, try to paint it like blue like the water, it doesn't matter because you can see it against the horizon, right? That's the whole thing. Right. So what they decided to do, is really neat, is gunners and stuff like that from other ships would stand in the crow's nest and use binoculars to see the ship, or especially submarines would use their periscope to see the ship. They used the ship's profile and its different angles. They had books that had just ink blot images of different known enemy ships in different profiles. They would use that to identify the type of ship, right? Is it French? Is it English? Is it American? Like they wouldn't get close enough to see the flag. All they needed to see was that little silhouette,
the print. Yeah.
So what the Army came up with, which was super cool, was this paint style called Dazzle. And what it was is a bunch of like broken up white and black lines. You've probably seen it. They're almost like zebra stripes, but they're all broken up. And what it does is it doesn't let you like weirdly see the depth of something.
Interesting.
It also makes it very hard to see the profile of the ship. And if you get multiple ships together in Dazzle, you can't tell how many ships there are until you get like close enough to see shadows. But the thing is like, so if you go on Wikipedia and you look up, I believe it's Dazzle is I think of what it's called. If you look it up, it's actually really interesting to see the uses of it. Yeah, Dazzle camouflage. If you look it up, it looks like you're losing your mind. And when the ship turns different angles, it like Google it. Do you have a browser you can look at without destroying the show?
Yeah, I think so.
Look up Dazzle camouflage.
Okay.
It'll kind of break your mind a bit.
Oh yeah, I have seen this. That's trippy.
So if you're looking at that, especially through like the warped glass of like a periscope or heavy binoculars, what's that look like?
Yeah, it
looks like a migraine is what it looks like. It doesn't look right at all.
Wikipedia,
because they would
it actually has an image of what one looks like with and without it. And like right next to
it. Where it's like an illustration of like it was like a cargo ship head on, and it looks like craziness, like when it has Dazzle on it. Dazzle's kind of wild, honestly. It really screws things up. Oh, there's a picture of Felix Stowe F2 playing in Dazzle. You see that?
No.
Down a little bit. Oh, it's near effectiveness on the Wikipedia page on the right side if you keep scrolling down. There's you got to look for it because it looks like a little blob of black and white shit, but it's actually a plane.
That's wild. Huh.
Do you see it?
No, I'm just seeing more of these images and they look like just insane.
Are you on the Wikipedia page or are you just like
No, I was on Google still.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
podcasting.
Yeah,
Anyway, look up Dazzle. Dazzle Camouflage's page on Wikipedia has a lot of awesome examples of it, including what it looks like if like a plane has it. It was mainly used in naval warfare, but they did put it on planes that would usually take off from aircraft carriers. They would dazzle those too.
Oh, that's nuts. I see it. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, dude, the profile of that plane looks like, what the hell am I looking at?
Right.
Like, you can't even tell what kind of plane it is.
Yeah, no.
It's just wild how when you mess up like patterns with our eyes, all of a sudden we can't see silhouettes and shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all to say, once you're done looking at Dazzle Camouflage and realizing whoever the big brain was behind that's goddamn smart.
Right.
I guess Norman Wilkinson, a British marine artist, Norman Wilkinson, though with a rejected prior claim by zoologist John Graham Kerr of complex patterns on ships to interrupting and interesting patterns, intersecting patterns with each other. Anyway, this ought to be called Dazzleflage, Mikey.
Yeah,
because Mikey's rig is Mikey. He's doing his thing, but his shell and all of his turtleflage armor is black. Then it's wrapped in police like do not cross tape.
Yeah,
which is the worst camouflage ever, unless you are in the middle of like a real bad crime scene.
Right,
then you're
right.
good.
Then you're
you know
good.
what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh, I blend in perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, and you like you're in Striper. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yellow and black attack.
But if you look at that as Dazzle, that could be highly effective.
It could be. It could be.
Like,
yeah,
if he was head to toe in that shit,
and
he started coming at you sideways or spinning or jumping, you'd be like, what the hell is that thing? You wouldn't be able to tell what the hell it was.
No, not at all.
His proportions would be all off. You wouldn't know which way he was facing.
And
like,
you'd be afraid
heading toward me, away from me, like.
And you couldn't cross him. So, like.
You couldn't and you can't cross him. You shouldn't cross him anyway when he's armed with. They're not nunchucks. They're just.
They're whatever these things are.
Whatever they are, if he's armed with that, you shouldn't cross him anyway.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
you definitely should.
That's Dazzleflage, Turtleflage, Michelangelo.
So, your boy Mikey's got the deadly double-bladed lance, real field turtle skin, special blend background, which I don't know where you would see this thing. Just it's very specific. Like he's got to carry this around to hide it.
I love it. I love it because the tape doesn't even fully go across like a doorway. It's just like,
it's just little pieces.
It's like the police, like, you know what that looks like? That looks like the police were issued, like, it's like some dumbass up the chain goes, we're spinning all this, like it's like New York City, 1997. Hey, we're spending all this money on this damn tape, and the guys just put it everywhere. They don't care. They just string a million pieces of it. It costs us a bunch of money. Now they're charging us a bunch of money. Give them stickers.
Yeah.
Give them a sticker. Make it about a foot and a half, 2 feet. We make it 2 feet wide, Johnny. Make it 2 feet wide. It says police line. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
You don't need the tape. They can't use the tape, right? It gets all over the street, and now they're yelling at me. They yell at me. People have to pick it up. Garbage collector gets mad at me. Give them stickers, Johnny.
Yeah, stickers will do it.
And then cops get the stickers, and they're like, these are trash. How do I even use these? So they plaster them all over walls to like be like, sorry, boss, it took 800 stickers to mark off this crime scene.
Right.
Like, because you're dumb. Give me my tape back. That's what
it just so happened to coincide with the turtles doing this camouflage thing, and Mikey saw that and was like, oh, I'm going to use that. That'll come in handy. And
Mikey does have that radio. He has that pirate radio show, so maybe he like hacked into the police radio, and they're like,
I can see that.
Let me tell you something, Tony, about these damn stickers. I'm about to stick 100 of them on one door. And he's like, oh, I got it.
Oh, my Lord. All right, so let's see here. So, Way of the Turtle, Splinter says, to blend in with the background is to be invisible. That's
you gotta get more original than that, Splinter. You gotta have more than one line per line, brother. You know what I'm saying? One line a line. That's a contract he signed. He's like,
Ryan, he's telling you right there. There's just one. There's just one. He's telling you. That's all he's got. He's giving you the figure.
When I see Splinter hold up one finger, I'm like, is that him telling me I'm gonna start back at one?
Oh, that's true.
And I just want to shut my mouth. You know what I mean? Just
zip, oh yeah,
zip it.
Yep.
Zip it.
All right. Mikey is in total. Mikey is in a total. Good God, I can't do this. Mikey is in a totally turtle jam. Turning down a dead end street probably wasn't Mikey's best move of the day, But thanks to his turtleflage, he has a plan. Turtle thirsty Bone Steel, packing his arsenal of rifles, comes around the corner. But hey, wait a minute. Where's Mike? Bone Steel is perplexed and pounds the pavement in search of the turtle teen, excuse me. He looks around, but he doesn't see no stinking turtle. Suddenly, Bone Steel hears a noise and turns to face it down, but before he focuses his beady little eyes, he feels the cold sting of Mikey's deadly double-bladed lance. Bone Steel falls to the gutter. As Bone Steel loses what is left of his consciousness, he sees Mikey suddenly appear in front of an empty wall. Mike looks down on his defeated foe and chortles. Now you see me, now you don't. And with a flick of his wrist, he sends Bone Steel off to dreamland. Yeah, that got dark real quick.
That's some Image shit.
That is. That's
Did he
volume
just
3.
gut Bone Steel?
It seems like he did.
And then give him the coup de grace at the end?
Yep.
With a flick of the wrist?
With a flick of the wrist.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
they ain't no play no games.
He's covered in crime scene tape. He's got crime scene dazzleflage, turtleflage. You gotta watch out with that, man.
You do. You do.
Like, you don't even know, man. Turtle thirsty. You know
Turtle thirsty.
All right, let's see here. So,
Jake says with a flick of the wrist, I'm always off to dreamland.
Oh. No, I mean, people mess around like, having trouble sleeping? Try these sleep pills. I'm like, don't need that.
Wrist.
I don't need to risk dying 8 ways either. You know what I'm saying? Flick of the wrist and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's built in. Let's go with camo armor Venus.
Venus.
I want to do Venus.
All right. So Venus, as seen on TV, there's a girl, and she looks pretty much like the same. Let me grab the one that Jake the Clarifier provided.
Nice.
It's pretty much the same sculpt, if I'm not mistaken. The blue looks to be a little bit more blue and less purple or violet or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that looks to be very similar to the same sculpt. She's got some very interesting camo that looks like if the thing was gray, like if Ben Grimm was gray.
Kind of
has that going
on. It does.
And or they got great.
Yeah, that's the best name for that.
And then she comes with these sex toys, which are very weird, but you know, whatever. I'm not a shinobi. I don't know.
You got it. All right, so you got to cover the background of the J card because I said that basically Mikey's wearing dazzle so he can blend into like crime scene stickers the cops don't want to use.
Right.
You got to give me why would Venus be here?
So this looks
why
like
would Venus? Yeah.
I think they're trying to go for a stone kind of thing. And that makes a lot more sense, but I don't know.
See a lot of cobbled stone walls in New York much?
Yeah. I don't recall seeing that. But on the cover of this, she looks like she's like in a really bad CG water scene. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right. That's
like something from Saban or something like this could be something that happens to the Power Rangers, and they're like, oh no, I'm in this field, this net, and it's very weird.
It looks like the ground at Harry Potter, at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, like
where
it's concrete, right? And they just like carve it to look like stone,
right?
So that'd be the perfect armor for me for those times I was at Harry Potter World when it was like raining and I was slipping all over the place. Whenever I just finally busted my ass on that wet ground, I just lay there and you can't. Find me
and just wearing that. There you go. People just walk all over you. But
Shinobi.
Yeah. So there's Venus.
Yeah, those are called terrifying tri-ball maces.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're interesting looking.
There's 3 of them in there.
All right, so Splinter says that the blend in. Thank you. Is
that what he says for real?
Venus.
Oh, same thing. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Took me a second to get there.
That just reminds me of August. Like, one thing I was getting him on the other day was like, I told him I opened it and said, son, I love this about you because it's really charming and cute.
Okay.
That he still does this even though he's like 13. He's always been not gullible, but gullible for like 1 second after you say something.
Okay.
Like, for 1 second, he takes it as like, what, for real?
Right.
Then like almost as soon as the words are out of his mouth, he like, you can tell he knows that.
Right.
Because I'll say something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'll be laughing and I'll be like, ha, 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 you're grounded for a month.
Yeah.
Like that. And he'll go, really? Oh yeah, like that. Like, but he has a moment of like, for real? Is that real?
Right.
And I said something really ridiculous the other day. We were out to eat. I can't remember what it was. Something like, oh yeah, well I'm just gonna like, just strap you to the top of the car and see how fast I can go till you fall off. He goes, really? And I started laughing. I'm like, August, you can't think I really mean that. You know what I'm saying? You basically did that. I'm like, yes, Splinter said blend in. You're like, wait.
Yeah.
Does he say, oh, wait, no, okay. It's just the same thing. It's just the same thing.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. Set the scene. Venus is on patrol through the mean streets of the city. She turns her head towards a strange sound. No time for backup. Besides, the boys only get in her way. The sound comes closer as Venus employs her turtleflage mastery to blend into the background. She stands perfectly still as Bone Steel, Van Mee, and Dr. Queese approach her.
That's all three.
That's more smoke than any turtles handled on their own. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They've captured a stray cat, undoubtedly for some strange gene-altering experiment.
That's fair.
The evil trio stopped directly in front of Venus, unaware of her presence. Their first and last mistake. Suddenly, Bone Steel drops to the ground with a thud, a distinct dent now visible on his head. Van Mee and Dr. Queese look startled but see no one. Without warning, Van Mee collapses and the captured cat scampers free. Dr. Queese turns in a panic just in time to see Venus appear before the empty wall. Her terrifying tri-ball sex toy mace held high above her head as Dr. Queese joins his comatose comrades face down on the ground. Venus declares, 3 strikes, you're out! That ties back into baseball.
It ties back into baseball.
That makes her my baseball buddy.
It does.
A ballpark baseball buddy.
Your tri-ball baseball buddy.
Yeah, my tri-ball baseball buddy. 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah. They're knocking everybody out. Like
they really are. I just love the idea that they can only be camouflaged in certain areas that match their armor.
Right.
And those are very different environments, so they have to stay there so they can never find each other.
Right. Yeah, no.
Because like for Venus to go to like the police crime scene, like nothing looks like that at the crime scene, so she can't move anywhere.
Right. So she
Donnie can't leave the yellow wooden wall he's in front of. So he's like, you know what I mean? There's like all a station there, kind of.
Right.
But that's Venus.
All right, let's do camouflage or turtleflage Leonardo.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh. Leonardo,
Your boy's
I barely know her.
Oh shit. Your boy's got them silver wraps. I don't mind that. That's kind of interesting.
No, that's pretty neat. Yeah.
And by the way, all the shells on these turtles are in the camouflage pattern. Like that's just to kind of say, like the shells all have like that style on them. Leo's rocking it's like a net over something black, so it's like black with like a crisscross of like a silver netting. So I guess
kind of like a chain link fence
net or a chain link fence. That's what.
Yeah.
Damn it. That's actually more like a metal net. For fishing, it's like no, that's a chain link fence, right? Fair,
right,
very fair.
They had a
now,
theme. They said
I'll
a theme
give
earlier.
Your boy this. This is also a bit of dazzle, only if you're standing in front of a chain link fence lit the same way you are, that your armor is, and it's pitch black at night. You probably wouldn't be able to see this dude. Okay,
no, not at all.
There's a bit of dazzle going on, not as much as Mikey's to make you throw up. Then you can't see him because that dazzle's insane. But like this is kind of a form of that. I'll be honest, it's kind of cool. This is one of those toys that I would have bought because I got an idea for this guy. Like when I play with him, where I'd be like, "Oh no, dude, this is gonna be like Dark Leo." Like Leo gets like possessed, or like Leo like becomes part of the Foot Clan, or like I would when I was a kid, I would have seen this toy, and I don't care that it's supposed to be camouflage. I'm like, that's dumb.
Right.
I'd be like, "Oh no, this is sick," because like this is gonna be like evil Leo or like in the shadows like Leo or whatever.
Yeah,
like I would have had like basically like Leo Batman. Like that would have been like
course.
what I was gonna plan to do with him. He's got basically more of a nunchuck looking thing than Mikey, that's just hilarious.
It is. I like it though.
Look exactly like the claws that you'd use to take stuff out of a machine and get ripped off. Unless you're the singer of Cannibal Corpse, and you can just do it.
You just do
everybody. Is that Cannibal Corpse?
Ooh,
is that Scott Barnes? No, Scott Barnes.
I think I know what you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I
think it's him. I think it's the singer for the current singer for Cannibal Corpse is a toy vending claw game like God.
Yes.
And he empties them out and he donates all the toys to charity or something like that. That's like his whole thing on tour. It's like, that's all he does.
Yeah.
It looks like weaponized versions of that.
It absolutely does. And I'm a big
Which you shouldn't be that scared of, because that means he'll never get you.
That's true. You'll always be able to evade. But they call him here the tri-blade mace of destruction.
Yeah, okay.
Michael McDonald's in the chat says George Fisher is the name you're looking for.
George Fisher, yes.
Yeah. And so you got the real filled turtle skin, the battle blend background, and the strap-ons. Let's see. Splinter says the same thing. He's been saying to blend is to blend, as Ryan said. Brevity
to blend
is wit.
To err is human, but to blend is divine.
Is divine. Yes. All right. Concealed within his battle blend armor, Turtleflage Leonardo waits patiently for his prey to step just a little closer. The psychotically evil and somewhat disturbed Bonesteel inches toward the empty wall, curiously cautious in this empty alleyway, for he knows that the turtles now possess the power of Turtleflage. He scoffs at their so-called skills. Clearly, he thinks in his sick, psychologically scattered brain, this alley is empty. Bonesteel turns his back to the wall. Leo whips it out from under his battle blend armor belt and strikes Bonesteel from behind. The sound of his tri-blade mace of destruction echoes throughout the darkened city. Bonesteel now knows the power of Turtleflage and the meaning of the word ouch.
He knows the power, all right.
Yeah,
they got Bonesteel from behind. They got him up front. They got him
in the forehead,
on the side. I mean, they got his forehead. Like
tag team.
I love how like, and I get it, right? Because like a lot of it's like, Bonesteel is a tracker. So like you're thinking like, oh, like who's the guy that's going to be like the best at seeing camouflage? But the Turtleflage is so good, even he can't see it. It'd be Bonesteel.
Yeah.
Until you realize like Bonesteel's like the dumbest character on the show. So you're kind of like, well. Like, but no, I mean, no, I think honestly of all of them, I think I like Leo's armor pattern the best.
Yeah, well, we still got Raphael.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I left a little too Raph.
So let's take a look at Raph real quick.
Even though I know Venus is around. Oh shit. Oh, I might have another contender here. I have another chicken tender. All right. So
Raph, same. I think this is essentially the same buck on all of them, except the head sculpt is different, and maybe the hands
they run some different coloring on the straps, like if
they do
the wraps if they want to.
But I think that the hands might be pretty much the same. But yeah, his camo looks nuts. It looks a little I don't know, it reminded me of Toxic Avenger at first a little bit, but that's only because
Toxic Avenger, it looks kind of like oh god, what's it giving me? It's giving me Kirby Crackle.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
It's giving me Kirby, Steve Ditko, kind of like
the way that
it's giving me that a little bit too.
The way that the mouthpiece kind of has like this dark area on the right side of it, the left side of the right of the picture. That's what kind of it droops. It kind of reminded me of Trauma and stuff, like with the.
Absolutely,
Toxic.
absolutely. I was definitely that's very toxic. I was looking more at the main armor plates and how they're textured.
Yeah,
like, that's cool.
Yeah, it definitely looks more like
gross
traditional camo, kind of probably the closest. Out of all of them.
I'm with that.
Yeah, green and black on that, and then he's got some axes that Ryan will tell you about momentarily. So,
does have axes.
Let's check it out.
Okay. I got you on this background. So, like I said, on the back of the J card, guys, they have like a background that they're supposed to blend into.
Yes.
I don't understand why they have Raph blending into camouflage. Like, so the image is green and black camo pattern, and he's gonna blend into that.
Yeah.
It would be. This got me on this whole like thinking, like a thread and like cycle thinking about like what if the woods were camouflage colored, like patterned, like actual camouflage that we wore, because they kind of have like, you obviously have like real tree camo, right? That all the rednecks wear now and stuff, where it's like it looks like leaves and shit. Yeah. It's actually way better than the old camo patterns, right? They just couldn't print imaging like that on fabric as well back in the day.
Right.
Now they're like photo real, and you can actually lose a dude in real tree like out there, because they make a real tree for every season, every type of biodome, like everything. It's very unique. This is like he's standing in front of it looks like the netting that they would use to cover equipment in the Army back in the 80s.
It does. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where they're like cover the chopper, and they cover it in this shit. Basically, it's a bunch of netting, and you're like, how? It's just funny that he's gonna blend into camo printed somewhere. Not like that it's green, but it's camo.
Right. He's got to find a very specific area that has this camo on it.
Yes. Oh, by the way, he is the Mouse. What are you doing? Now you see him, now you don't. Dude, here we go.
Oop.
Raph was just minding his own business outside of Dr. Queese's secret lab when suddenly he gets attacked by Van Mee. Oh, this is different. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not striking from the shadow. He's just like walking around doing his thing. A vicious blow to his tender turtle head.
Oh. Flick of the wrist.
Sends him spinning across the street. Imagine getting the flick of the wrist that good.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that's like across the street. You go like flipping across, spinning across the street.
Oh my god.
Oh, Eric be like, another satisfied customer. Then voila, employing his turtleflage, he's gone. Van Mee can't see him anywhere. She saunters to the spot where he vanished and begins to look for a sewer cover or interdimensional gateway. She bends down to inspect a suspicious candy wrapper when bam! Raph releases the fury that is named Headbanging Axe Mace. Van Mee stumbles and turns to see her attacker, but there is no one there. Bam! Another blow is struck for justice. And that one's for justice. Van Mee makes a run for it as Raph magically appears in front of an empty wall. As she runs, Raph calls out, "I'm calling you Vam Bam from now on."
No.
Imagine
that's fantastic.
Imagine assaulting a woman in an alley.
Right.
And then as she gets away, glossing her a nickname based on your assault.
Yeah, that's too much. That's a little too Raph.
That's a little too Raph.
Yeah, but that's hilarious. Bambi.
Bam. I'm going to call you Vam Bam from now on.
Oh,
Bam Me would have been funnier, though. Honestly, Bam Me would have been funnier.
Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, I misread it. Yeah.
No, I said Vam Bam.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well,
another blow is struck for justice. Another blow for justice.
That's the only way I blow for justice.
Fair.
So
I'll tell you, get all the satisfying. That's how you send them spinning across the street.
That exactly. That's how you say. But speaking of going across the street, I forgot to, or actually, I don't know. I don't have a transition for this. Happy birthday, Farmer Greg. Halfway through this episode.
Farmer Greg!
Yeah,
happy birthday!
It's Farmer Greg's birthday, so everybody harass him.
Birthdays were only allowed to happen on Monday. So it'd be Monday.
That was before the pandemic.
I know that. It's just still in my head. Like, you understand? I'm like, Arrested Development. I believe that like the only time Farmer Greg comes out of his like man cave is for Monday.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I was trying to make it to where it was actually quantifiable. There was no, like a defined stop thing. Like I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. But no, yeah.
You still hang out with him on Monday, don't you?
Usually, yes. Yes, okay. I have a standing date night with him on Monday nights.
That's nice.
Thursday nights are you. Tuesday nights are Preston and Michael McDonald's and Pat. I don't know that Pat has a Amber's fiance.
I want to petition. I want to petition for another time because I feel like they all have to just hang out and chill with you.
Oh, I know. We have to work. We got to work. I know. We got to put in this work. This is kingdom work. Sure.
This is kingdom work. Yeah. Who are you looking at?
So I'm thinking going to start it back off again with Donnie Tello. So
We're doing the turtle.
The turtle camo
turtle
bandana
deluxe camo bandana.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
who
I'm gonna describe him. I'm gonna describe Donnie, and then you can read it again. I know you just read, but you know.
Sure. Yeah, it sounds good. That was where you said it. Yeah.
This looks interesting. So the box is a little bit wider, and the sculpt is different. The head sculpt is way different, and I love it. He's got this like just weird like open mouth grin. It's so weird, but he also looks a little bit chunkier, but I think that could just be the way he's posed. But the general aesthetic of
like shinier and goopy looking, dude.
He does, but I kind of
looks like we got turtle figure at home.
Oh my goodness. No, it doesn't look that bad. It does not look that bad.
Look at that. No. Okay, this image. All right, this image. Tell me that if you saw like Mutant Ninja, like it was like a knockoff up top, like you get from like we get like Wish.com.
Right.
And you saw that troll, you wouldn't be like, oh, fair game, bro. Yeah, no, that's Donnie.
No. I kind of see what you're saying. I kind of see what you're saying a little bit, but I think it's mostly because the face. Let me go back to the actual normal one, and that's the regular camouflage release, and yeah. So I think it's mostly just in the head sculpt.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah, he just looks a little. Hey guys.
No, he does.
He looks like he's doing what's that?
Oh, nobody told me there was gonna be a get together. Right. You're like, yeah, I know, I really didn't tell you.
So yeah, and he's got
you guys
like
smoking a cigarette out here? You're like, get out of here.
So like
it's like that fucker rolls up on you in 9th grade. Hey, y'all smoking? Get out of here.
That's what he does.
Yeah, I thought I smell smoke. Yeah, no, exactly. Nerd, get the fuck out of here.
So
sorry.
Yeah. This one, I don't know. Hopefully we can figure out what all entails on here. But this little guitar pick of a thing says extending camo bandana and power punch-in action. So apparently there is a spring loaded punch effect probably in his right arm. Somehow.
Oh, that's probably why he looks goofy.
That's probably why he looks a little weird. Yeah,
that's why he's like Wish.com. Got it.
Yeah. So, all right. So, his camo looks kind of neat. Looks a little bit more like ferns, like a bunch of like giant ass ferns.
Yeah, it does in the worst way.
Yeah, and so there you go. Oh, yeah. And he comes with a big blaster, which I'm sure you'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, this is weird. Very weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. He comes with a big bad battle blaster. It is definitely a spring-loaded thing that shoots boys. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works.
It looks cool, though.
It is very very anime, anime / very like Japanese. Akira, does that make any sense? It just looks like something that would grow out of him or something. It looks very like futuristic and weird,
like anime body horror with like the machinery coming out of their body.
Yeah. It's a body horror of like biomachinery. Is like what
that's
it
the
looks
word.
like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your boy runs like this. He says, "Oh, wait. We can't forget. Splinter's got something to add.
Oh,
Now the quote is, to be invisible, one must blend into the background. Big time."
He says big time.
I guess because it's deluxe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, big big time.
I think the last time you want to do when you're blending in is be big time. About
no.
When you're trying to blend in. But anyway. They're just shooting people. Donatello lines up his target with the aiming sights of his big bad battle blaster. Range 200 yards. That is not very far for an advanced weapon.
Yeah, no.
He tests the wind 1.5 knots from the southwest. He takes a mental calculation and a slight adjustment to his aim. Slowly, he squeezes the trigger. Queese! Dr. Queese's not-so-secret lab is no more. There is no time for a hasty retreat. Don instantly uses his battle blend bandana to conceal himself. He blends in perfectly with his surroundings, and there is no one left to take the blame for the destroyed warehouse and the slightly charred Dr. Queese. Sometimes it's just too easy.
So, I guess
that thing he's doing that more like you would for like artillery.
Yeah.
But it's 200 yards.
So, I guess this ties to their bandana or something. That's the
it's like fabric or something, and it wraps around them. It's like tied into their bandana, and then you can use it to like shroud them after they fire. So they're like trying to fire and fade, I guess, like pow, and then like put the cover on you.
So what? To clarify, he does come with a fabric piece, like you said.
Yes, it's not hard to see in the way the J card is, but like it's fabric.
Right, but then on the back, there's also the blend background to blend him in. So that makes a lot more sense now. All right,
and that's the deluxe. He's got a punching action feature on the figure itself. It's got the soft good cloak thing. Then it's got like honestly a pretty large Akira looking blaster that shoots actual projectiles probably through a spring system or something like that. So it's kind of like all of a piece. Like that's why it's deluxe. It's a deluxe series. How much would these go for again? I think. Toy Store, brother.
These would probably be anywhere between 8 and maybe 12, but
gotcha.
Yeah.
The past, am I right?
I know.
All right. We're doing camo bandana Michelangelo.
Oh, okay. Let me find Mikey. All right.
Shit. This guy might look cooler. Oh, there's your boy. Once again, just like any figure with like action features, a lot of times like they have to sculpt things different.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey's head looks like he's fucking possessed.
Oh my lord!
It actually looks kind of wildly cool.
Yeah,
like in a dark way. Like. That looks kind of crazy. We got the additional sculpt here of a very X-Men Jim Lee Rob Liefeld leather strap on his left thigh, like for a pouch or a gun, a classic, that boy.
Yeah.
And he's doing the thing. He's got his little the bandana. You see kind of the fabric and stuff that comes out of it and stuff. It's kind of weird.
I'm excited.
And he comes with
one.
and he's got a gun now. His stuff's Donnie's gun was cast in like a dark green, like a hunter green kind of.
Yeah.
This is gold,
and the detail on that gun is pretty sick.
No, there's a lot to it, and it's very big. For frame of reference, like the whole gun assembly is about as tall as the figure, so maybe a little shorter than the head. No, because then the spikes around it go taller than Mikey.
Yeah.
So standing on its end, so when it's pictured on the J card, like as like the illustration of it, like oh, here's what it looks like. It doesn't look as big as it is.
Right.
Like the thing's goddamn big, and it has blackwash on it.
Yeah.
It's got like stuff for sure.
Yeah. So let me show the actual
is tires.
Yeah, I love that camo that it's tires, but here's a close up of the actual gun. Yeah, it's got
you can see like blackwash like on it. It's in like a gold kind of plastic. I don't know, man.
I'm a fan.
Kinda
It kind of
loving it.
reminds me of like Cable's guns from like Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff.
Yes. Or just Cable's guns in general were always
That's
like,
fair.
oh my god, large.
Yeah.
Like it was like dumb. Yeah.
But I love so much that his background is just tires. I love this.
Bro, go back up for a minute to that image
so
of him with the cloak.
Yeah.
All the way. Doesn't that look like your boy's coming out the cave 3 days later?
It does. It does.
Look at it.
Yeah. He's like, hey,
I'm back.
I'm back. That's what he'd say. Oh,
hey,
Lord,
dude, Mikey is risen. You know what I mean?
It's too good. All right. So yeah, Splinter's talking about blending big time again, and then
blending big time.
Here we go. The party is never over when Mike decides to pay a surprise visit to Dragon Lord's warehouse hideout. As Mike sleuths his way closer to the den of dastardly deeds, he pulls out his battle blend bandana and cleverly moves in for a better view. He spots some contraption, must be a new secret weapon. Without blinking, Mike lifts his big bad battle blaster and removes all secrecy. And the wall of the warehouse.
Oh, shit.
And the wall of the warehouse. Yeah. Before he can be discovered, he slides on his battle blend bandana and slips into the thighs. The night.
Into the night of tires.
Yeah. Into the night of tires. Yeah. Okay.
Just tires on a horizontal rack.
Yep. That's.
No, yeah.
You know? I mean, I can see that from Shredder. I don't know so much about the Dragon Lord.
But, I agree. Yeah. I agree. Man, Playmates, you wow for this one. Playmates, like you wow for this one. Guys, these are the last turtle toys. Like these are the last like turtle toys of this run. Like Playmates, I mean, this starts with like the OG boys, you know what I'm saying? We got a Naked Splinter, like we got Squiggling Wiggling. Like think about all the stuff that we've come through, okay? All those iconic, the turtle blimp, all those the sewer playset. We're at camouflage of stacked up tires.
That's where we're at.
Large Tetsuo the Iron Man gun.
Yes,
like that's what we're doing right now.
Yes,
in the Turtles world. 10 years later. Okay, you ready?
I am. Where are we at now?
What do you want to do?
It's up to you.
Wait, because you just did.
I just did Mikey.
All right, choose one to describe, and I'll read it.
All right, let's do Raphael. So, Raph has the a very unfortunate face. I like that it's different, but it's very very strange. And this picture just looks really crisp on my end. I don't know if it's coming through very well, but like the colors just look very good. Like there's a lot more detail in the paint apps on this, which is really rad. And his camo is something you'd see in an automotive store probably, or like just like it's that metal.
No. Diamond plate steel.
Yes, that's what it is. Like on the bed of a truck or something. Yeah, and that's excellent. And then he comes with this silver, awesome looking gun that is just massive.
Every gun I see looks more like biorobotics body horror. Like
right.
Every one looks more and more like it.
Yeah.
Like this one's all like sharp, has like blades all over it. This looks like it'd be Shredder's battle blaster.
It does.
But Raph's got it.
Yeah.
Image reference, anyone? Oh no.
Oh. And then also on the back of the card, Raph has a different head sculpt, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, he's got one side open.
Yeah, which is like I think his normal
yeah, that's his normal sculpt. Oh shit. Good catch there, Eric. Damn.
Yeah, you know.
Got him.
It's
your boy Raph. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be blending the background big time. The night is chilling, and Raph is just getting around to his second cheese pizza when his chomping is interrupted by the bellowing voice of Dragon Lord. He's near the lair. Swiftly and silently, Raph sneaks into the streets, armed with his big bad battle blaster and a half-eaten wedge. Half-eaten wedge of pizza?
Pizza? Is that what you call that?
I've heard a wedge of cheese.
Right.
But wedge?
I guess that makes sense.
Any of y'all Yankees, like any of y'all like New York, like you call a slice of pizza a wedge?
Oh yeah,
is that an actual thing?
I'll text
you
Shannon,
that
my
out.
wife, and see if it's a Yankee
thing. Yeah, before another sound is heard, the blaster explodes a hole into the side of the wall where Dragonlord was stalking. Did he get him? Raph dodges his battle blend. So about that, did he get him?
Did he get him? But did he get him though?
But did he go off with him?
Did he go off with him?
Did he get him?
Did they go off with him to get him?
To Orlando?
Yeah.
Raph dons his battle blend bandana and vanishes toward the wall to check out his marksmanship. No wall, no Dragonlord. He must have jumped away at the last minute. No time for regrets. The cheese is congealing. Raph returns to his lair, pizza in hand. The cheese is congealing.
Yeah, congealing.
What a weird few words to string together.
Yes.
On the back of a box. Also, can I just say this?
Okay.
It is so clear to me that the Turtles franchise is fractured at this point.
Right.
Because it seemed like we saw a directive around the next Mutation and the Image comics. We had decided, okay, and look, Surge Licensing is licensing out these toys. They're licensing out all this turtle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like they made a pretty clear intent and change to get away from the pizza shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not about the weird pizzas anymore. Like, I mean, in the next Mutation, they make up like a point of like they don't just eat pizzas and weird pizzas. Like, and they're more grown up. They don't play the pizza games. I think Mikey is like the only one who's still on. Oh yeah. There was that thing where Mikey was on that pizza one time, and the other turtles. Remember they say like, "You're still into that, Mikey?"
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
It was definitely like a conscious change of like we're getting away.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have the back of these toys from that show talking about another second cheese pizza is just bad branding.
And
like it's just sloppy.
It is. And then confirmation from my resident Yankee wife. She confirms that nobody says that wedge of pizza. No,
okay,
it's not a thing.
A half-eaten wedge.
Yeah,
it just sounds like
I can
cheese.
see it. It makes sense. I mean, cheese is on pizza. Usually.
Why would you? Maybe were they trying to make wedge happen?
They might have been trying to make wedge happen.
Was that a thing where he's like, oh, I mean, we're just gonna self-gloss that shit? Like that's a wedge, bro. If it's maybe they're trying to make it complicated. They're like, well, it's a cheese pizza. So the cheese, the term, like the slang for a slice of cheese pizza is a wedge because it's just cheese, and it's like
it could have been
never took off. Stop trying to make wedge happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. But yeah, like why? Like if I'm trying to buy in to man, the Turtles are older and then it's cool now, and like boom 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 and all this shit, and like Mikey's got a pirate radio station, man. He wants to mess with that girl that's dressed as a giraffe or whatever, and then I'm like, but I just bought this toy and it says Raph's on his second cheese pizza. Like that's just sloppy, man. I'm sorry.
It is. But let's talk about Leonardo now. See if he's any less sloppy.
Camo, piano. Pop in fresh out.
Oh, this one's kind of neat.
Okay, I still got problems. Why is the brick pattern going up? You have what? On the back of the box, guys. You have now.
How many brick walls you see like that?
You have.
I mean, don't look behind me because I actually have one that I made, but that's just for that's not intended to be that way.
That's
to hide something.
Orientation.
Yeah.
So they've been trying to get him to blend into tires. They've been trying to get him to blend into like the ground at Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Okay, they're trying to do all this different stuff. They're trying to say is a wall, that it's on the wall. Leo's gonna blend into a red brick building, and on the back of the box with the little fingers with blended, they run the bricks vertical instead of horizontal.
Yeah.
Such a layup.
Yeah.
It appears, I will say that by the image on the back of the J card, it appears that the pattern of the fabric, that's the brick pattern that you wrap around the turtle, does appear to be horizontal.
Yes. I think it's intended that once you cut it out, you can turn it the right orientation.
What?
When you cut, they're wanting you to cut this out.
Okay.
So it's
but
not
the other
permanently.
ones were not set up like that, though.
I think they all were.
The other ones were not set up like that.
It's still funny.
Because the wooden wall was turned weird. Or it was running the right way.
Right.
Anyways, it screams like you had one job.
Right.
You had one job. It is really funny. Your boy, I'm sorry, hold on. I'm getting messed up. Okay, I got you. Red wrappings on the wrists and ankles and calves. I don't like red on Leo. I don't like it. Makes him look like Raph, and I get bothered by it. Not to mention, I know they're trying to make it the brick color so it kind of blends in because he's got the brick wrap and everything like that. Yeah, and I think on Raph that would be a little bit too samey. I understand that, but you don't have to put the red wraps on Leo. I don't like it. It looks weird.
It looks strange. Jake in the chat says that Leo looks like he's had dental work done and he's still numb.
That's exactly. So that's how you feel after dental work. Yeah. Like your face doesn't really look like that, but you feel like
you feel like that.
Like your lips like doing like it's out of pocket. But it's actually fine, but you feel like that. 100%, Jake. That's the best call. Gotta say, I'm a little irritated that of all the guns, Leo's looks the most like just a gun. Like it still looks kind of futuristic, but it's not like. It's not as like, oh my God. Like,
it's not as impressive stuff. No, I'm going to zoom out a little bit.
It's not.
So you can...
It's kind of not. It's just kind of blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. The detail's there, and it's cool looking, but like it's just not a good look compared to the others.
Also, it's cast in red.
Yeah.
And that's just annoying because everything's brick red, man. The wraps on Leo, the missiles are brick red, the gun's brick red, the brick red wrap, or brick red back. It just feels like, okay, man. Like, they don't all blend in like that.
No.
We get it, but like it felt like we got a lot of red plastic to use.
Leo's face is also different on the back of the card as well.
It is actually. He's got his traditional head, which is strange. And yeah, he is doing the dental work face. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
All right.
Leo loves a challenge, and he's got one now. Van Mee's got him cornered, and I love all this like non-canon shit with Van Mee.
I know.
Van Mee's timeline in the Turtles universe is documented in a 3-part episode. It is open, middle, and shut. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the order it's in.
Right.
Everything Van Mee does is completely documented, but now Van Mee's just hanging out. Cornering turtles randomly, not screaming about "give me my heart back" or anything like that. It's just like, she's just like, was this like? Did she have like just a week somewhere in the middle of that where she was just like on vacation or something?
Yeah, she's just out there.
No, I just love how like they keep, and I understand they have a Van Mee toy, and it like sucks to be like some nerdy kids like, well, actually, if you want to play with Van Mee, we can only do Unchain My Heart Part 1, 2, or 3 because in canon she never did anything besides that.
Right.
I get it. They have a toy and they want you to play with her, but it's like, I just love how the amount that Van Mee showing up.
It's great. I love it though. I love that she's here. Yeah,
I love Van Mee. I wish Van Mee was a bigger part. I mean, I do like the idea that like they did away with the villain. They're like, no, we sent her to hell. Like we did it. Like she's done.
Yeah,
I do like that because often they're like, oh, let's milk her later some more. Let's do that later. Let's just bring her back a lot. I loved that, but like, it sucks because it's a great character that was in 3 episodes. Just sucks.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So Leo loves a challenge, and he's got one now. Van Mee's got him cornered, and she's moving in. All Leonardo can hear is the sound of Van Mee's heels clicking on the asphalt, coming closer and closer. That's kind of a turn on. Leo relies on his instincts, tuned from years of training, and instantly whips out his big blaster, firing off a high-powered missile
with a flick of the wrist.
He's like, yeah, you want to see? That's like some freaking Silence of the Lambs shit he just pulled. Splinter has taught him well. He says, from years of training, and instantly whips out his big bad battle blaster, firing off a high-powered missile. Splinter has taught him well. As the smoke clears, it reveals an empty street. Van Mee is gone. The sound of she probably spun across the street.
Right.
Across the street after that flick of the wrist. The sound of 100 sirens fills the air. Somebody's going to have to explain the giant crater in the middle of the street. Leo stands tall and quickly takes out his battle blend bandana and disappears, seemingly into thin air.
I love that. I love that, like, 100 sirens. All the cops are coming. Everyone's coming. And Leo's just like, about this. And Leo's just like, I've got this bandana that's bricks that I've just been wearing, and I'm going to throw it, and I'm going to stand here the entire time and wait for this to clear out. It's going to be hours that he's going to stand there. Like, that's absurd.
I love how this, of all the descriptions, sounds like it's the most like a tall tale Leo would tell his friends and no one believes him.
Right.
Because it's full of all this innuendo, you know? It's like,
oh, yeah,
man, she came around the corner. Yeah, I whipped out the big bad battle blaster and I shot a missile just like Dad taught me to. And man, she was gone, bro. I blew her away. And then, bro, who's going to clean up all the mess in the middle of the street, bro? Oh, I had to run from the cops. And like everyone's like, no, you didn't. What are you talking about? You didn't do any of that.
Yeah, no.
I feel like you need a Father Preston to be like, did you really do that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you need him to fact check you on that.
No. And then it kind of shuts down.
Well,
that's some of the most innuendo ever.
Oh, absolutely. Well, speaking of things that they didn't do a Venus Deluxe figure.
They did not do a Venus Deluxe camo cape dragon boy or camo
bandana.
Camo bandana come fresh out the kitchen.
Yeah, something like that. However, they did do the Dragon Lord.
Dragon Lord looking punk as fuck with that.
Yeah. So what's he look like, Ryan?
Classic. In unimaginably weird Dragon Lord figure we got still from the main line. It's like just like, why is he all white? I don't understand what happened. But the feature is the camo cape.
Right.
Soft goods. It's red.
Yeah.
It's cool. But the inside has like a pattern on it. It looks almost like graffiti.
Yes.
And it says, "Rat stink.
DL was here."
DL, so Dragon Lord was here. And then what's the other one?
Turtles Bite.
The purple. Turtles Bite. And it's got that kind of stacked up in a pattern with like red and purple writing on black.
Yeah.
So your boy is going to transform into a wall of like anti-Turtles and Splinter propaganda.
Right.
That says his name was here.
Right. Over and over again. Just the same.
Why
like
would
the
you
repeating.
put your initials?
Yeah.
That'd be like if my camo cloak was like a graffiti wall. And I was like hanging out with you in Lakeland. And it said like, Eric blows. Yeah, cops can eat my ass, and Ryan Guy was here. And I just flipped it over me and was just hiding behind it. It'd be like, who's this Ryan? Wait, we're looking for Ryan Guy.
Right. Wait,
that's him under this bag.
Get him. Yeah, I like the figure. I like the sculpt of this figure. I think he looks really cool, and I still like that design. Even though it's not really accurate to the show, I still think it looks pretty neat. But there's something about this that I find charming. The inside of the cape being this way.
I honestly really like that. It's cool.
And then his gun.
It's funny, but I still like it.
It says
his gun.
Battle Blend cape, perfect for a night at the opera and for any time in the midst of battle. I don't know why you'd have to go to the opera for this, but yeah, his big bad battle blaster.
Well, I think what they meant was like the outside, like the velvety red part, is the part that you take to the opera, and then you can get all streets with it when you invert it.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, the big bad battle blaster is really big and very pitchforky. Like it's I don't know. It's all in black. It's probably got the same amount of detail in it as the rest of them. However, it's just
very pitchforky, and like the blades on the gun itself have like almost like an inverted scythe, almost like a batleth or like a crescent blade kind of thing going on. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, but
it is skinnier. It's definitely lighter and stuff.
It's more
than
like
some of the big weapons.
Yeah, it's
more like on Leo's type. Yeah.
Totally. So yeah, this one's kind of blurry, so I'm gonna have to use I think I got this cut out from or do you want to read it? Do you have the?
I have the text on TMNT Toys.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you don't mind reading it, because I forgot that this image is blurry.
And it's all typed out.
Okay, legit.
Okay, yeah, I can do it.
Cool.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
blend in big time, boys. When you're bad, you got to stay hidden most of the time. It's true.
It's true. It's true.
That's the whole thing about like somebody on the run's got to get lucky every day. A cop's only got to get lucky once. You know what I mean? It's that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So Dragon Lord made sure he mastered the ancient turtle flage technique. Why wouldn't it be dragon flage? Because like he's been studying. He's only been like he's like brand new in this world, bro. Like, he's got turtle flage.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had already mastered how to be bad. That's a good point. As he prepares to penetrate the inner city depths, Dragon Lord must also prepare himself for the ultimate and covert battle. The turtles themselves have harnessed the power of turtle flage, thanks to Splinter. A swoosh of Dragon Lord's battle blend cape, and the show of warrior against warrior begins. They did my man DL a little dirty on this. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
All it is like Dragon Lord has to be camouflage because the turtles know camouflage.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of lame.
Why do you define DL based off the turtles?
Yeah, yeah. No, he's his own Dragon Lord.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah, they need to de-center the turtles. You know what I'm saying in this conversation?
I agree. Well, we're gonna center in on some vehicles now, moving into that category.
Am I wrong? Just let's check in. Did we miss some other turtle flage figures?
No.
On TMNT Toys, I've got Bone Steel in turtle flage.
Oh,
Silver in turtle flage.
Are they
no,
just
wait.
The figures themselves? They just have the same thing under them.
What?
Could be that. It could be that they
were.
No,
you're right. This is just strange. Okay, because the whole thing is that Bone Steel already had camouflage on him. That's like part of his pattern, and I think I got confused there. But on TMNT Toys, at least, those figures are under turtle flage.
Right, because I think they came out in the same assortment.
Oh, they're in the same line. It was turtle flage, and that's confusing. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Oh no, absolutely. When I was compiling all this, I was like, oh my goodness, what did I? And it took me a minute, but then it kind of sorted itself out.
What?
So moving on to vehicles.
Is the turtle flage vehicles it?
We have some vehicles. I think we just have like 4 or 5 vehicles, and I think that's it. So, So we're gonna start with Raphael's Bad Boy Biker Raph with Street Cycle. So
Whoa,
this thing.
Hold on a minute. I am on a whole different thing. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Biker Raph. Okay, I got you. There's cycles. Okay.
Yes. So
you got him.
So
Bad
this came
Boy
in
Biker Raph with Street Cycle.
Yeah. So what does this look like, Ryan?
Pretty neat. So you got definitely more of like a kind of a it's like a chopper motorcycle kind of blended with like a delivery bike on the back. It has that kind of storage area. A lot of silver work and stuff like that. A lot of little
Yeah.
piping and details. And then you've got a Raph who is bad to the bone. You know what I'm saying? He's got his black gloves on, black boots, and like it's very unfortunate that he has like leathers, but they have to go around his shell so it looks strange, like his vest.
Yeah.
And then a motorcycle helmet, and you've got the open on one side mouth kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
On him on this sculpt. Pretty cool. The bike's pretty cool.
The bike.
So I take it this is supposed to be his bike from the series.
I think so. Yeah.
Doesn't look a lot like it because in the show he's got like a black, like it looks like a Shadow Ace or something like that. It's just an all black like cruiser type bike.
Yeah,
and this is all like kind of different.
It is, but what can you do? Sometimes it matches up, sometimes it don't.
I still like it.
I still like it a lot. I think it looks.
I
really
see
awesome.
blackwash on the engine and stuff. Like I'm happy. It looks cool as hell. Raph,
Yeah,
Raph's
he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
So, Way of the Turtle, Splinter says, never sacrifice your honor for victory.
So don't do it.
Don't do it. Old Dad told you. So, let's see here. Here we go. Raph corners low and holds his knees 2 millimeters above the speeding pavement. The elite guard is only half a click away, and he's running scared. Raph twists the throttle and pops out his engine for extra speed as his front tire leaves the ground. He quickly pulls alongside his prey. Raph mutates his steel steed into attack mode,
which is spelled wrong. Yeah, go ahead.
And brings the side slice and katana blade within millimeters of the elite guard's tires. Suddenly, the obstacle appears directly in front of Raph. Without hesitation, Raph pops a wheelie and fires his powerful spring-powered missile. With a flick of the wrist.
Spring-powered in real life.
Yeah.
It's like a doink.
With a flick of the wrist, the explosion launches Raph and his bike high into the air, but the elite guard has escaped. Raph knows they will meet again on the shadow-filled streets. So, yeah. So there's your boy, bad boy Raphael. Next up, let's do Leo's camo elite cycle. I think that's what that says. No, blitz cycle.
Okay.
This looks nuts. This is Leo just. This is too much. Leo just went full on body paint,
dude,
and looks wild.
Why don't you check in with chat really fast? Because I have to pee. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Do this on the live show. I gotta do it.
Oh no, it's fine.
You can check in with chat. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, and I'll describe the figure.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see here. Checking in with chat real quick. Let's see. Wooly Rhino says, "Dang, do you think that we will ever get a Venus NECA figure?" And yeah, they also say that they like the capes, like a bunch of those capes. I'm pretty sure NECA will eventually make a Venus action figure. Mostly just because, well, now I believe they're appearing in the IDW series, and so they're kind of and they're one of those characters that is just, I don't know, it just seems like you can't ignore them because they were so like just specific to really, for the longest time, one particular instance of the Turtles. And I feel like NECA will eventually get to like all the iterations, hopefully. But yeah, I could see that happening, sooner rather than later. Yeah, Jake chimes in saying that they hope that NECA does do a 5-pack of the next Mutation, which would be really rad and within the realm of possibility, and they could be one and done. Like, just put the 5-pack out and call it a day. It's just that I don't know if they would do a because they could probably use the Return to New York Turtles as a base, or at least some of the parts. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of tricky, but still, I could see them doing it that way as well. And yeah, but back to this figure of Leonardo, I don't know why he is this way. It's essentially the same Leonardo figure that we've seen in the camo line, but just with a paint deco on top of everything, which is in line with the camouflage. Like, you don't need the strap with your, well, it's in line with the camouflage. However, the glaring silver medallion with your blue capital initial on it does kind of break the camo mold, I guess. But other than that, like all the other stuff is just like cast in the same like colors that he's trying to blend in with his bike, and it's very bizarre. But it's still kind of neat to see a turtle in different colors. I don't know. It's almost reminiscent of it's almost here's Ryan. I'll wait. Ooh. Okay, so I'm talking about the Leo, and I'm saying that like this is almost kind of like how Raph was whenever he was all black, like in the black suit. Like there's something about seeing a turtle in a different color, not just like in a different costume, but like their skin looks like it's got something on it that's like a totally different color than what we're used to seeing. So I kind of appreciate it, but this also kind of looks it's hard to look at, which I guess is in par with the camo thing, because you're not going to see him if you can't look at him.
Back to Dazzle. I mean, Dazzleflage, like...
Oh, yeah. Jake's saying that this looks like Hulkamania Leo, and you're absolutely right.
No, it does. If you look close, you'll see red and yellow. That's what this is.
And so the bike definitely looks very similar to the Dazzle camo that you were talking about. Like, it's got a lot of those elements to it. I don't even know that you could tell that this was a bike. It kind of just it looks very strange. And apparently this image that I got was signed by the turtle looks like an Eastman thing, but I can't make out the signature. But anyway,
fair.
Yeah. So that's...
I mean, he is the camo blitz cycle. So I think it like could literally be Dazzle. Like I think that might be like what they're going for.
It could be. It's definitely doing something similar, like with what it's trying to do. Like if it was black and white, it would totally be that.
It's hard to look at.
But yeah, it is very garish.
It sucks too because the bike looks cool. Like the bike is very like Akira, like on the underside.
Yeah.
The little part like wraps around him on top's kind of strange, but like the first part of it pretty Akira looking. I don't know.
It's got a couple things real quick. Real working kickstand. So if that was something that you were like on the fence about, it's got a real working one. And then it's got the 2-finger flick side rockets. Just putting that out there.
They're not spring action. They're finger.
They're
flick,
not.
Just a
they're
flick
finger
of the
flicked. Yeah, just a flick of the wrist.
You go spinning across the street again.
Across the street. So yeah.
Leo's eyes scan the city from his hilltop vista, searching for his target. There, moving north along Highway 3, Bone Steel atop his deadly dune buggy of doom. Sliding down the comfy, curved cockpit of his camo blitz cycle, Leo becomes one with his perfectly camouflaged machine guns. He guns the engine. The cycle becomes a blur of speed, then disappears. Bone Steel didn't see him coming. The surprise spring-powered missile explodes. Bone Steel can't see anyone. Leo rises from his concealed camo blitz cycle, launching his final blow. As the 2-finger flick side rockets burn a trail of fire towards their target, Bone Steel mutters, "I hate turtles." Kaboom! That might be one of my best reads yet.
That was pretty good. That was impressive.
I got really into that, like when he's like into the slick.
You did.
Comfy curved cockpit.
Well, speaking of something
finger
that's
flicking. He's finger blasting. Finger blasting Bone Steel.
What
he's doing. What he's doing.
Well,
I'll tell you.
So, moving on to Don's camo hydro skimmer.
The flea. Got it.
The flea. The flea.
Doesn't he look like the tick? I'm sorry.
Tick. Oh, that's the tick.
It's the tick. It's the tick, Donnie.
Yeah, he has very much a tick look.
Let me describe it. It's my turn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. Go ahead.
So he looks like the tick. He's all like dark blue, and he's got like black stripes on him. There's a little of this thing where like with these figures, where they're like, we don't give a shit about the original paint app. Like we're gonna paint all over this guy. It doesn't matter. He has a bit like they have. Once again, these are sculpts we've used. So, but they don't care. They paint the whole thing a color, and then they don't care about the details, and they just paint stripes on them and shit. It's kind of wild, actually.
It is.
Once again, This is a wild concept. This is like
yes.
so insane. This is just insanity. It's a hell of a way to go out, I guess. His hydro skimmer is exactly what you think it is. It looks like a wave runner. There are boats that looked like this. I don't know if they were called hydro skimmers or there was boats that looked like this back in the day. And they were like these fast little speed craft.
Yeah.
He sits kind of in the middle of it. He lays down in it. And this is a thing with this where he's colored the same exact color and scheme as the hydro skimmer, right?
Right.
So just like the camo blitz Leo, when he lays in that thing, it's kind of hard to tell him apart from the actual vehicle. Because he's just painted like it. It's like body paint. It's like that time I asked that guy that was naked and painted like Superman. I said, "Do you ever get paint in your dickle?" And he said,
"I remember."
And looked at me like I'm crazy. And I said, "That's not a wild question to ask somebody."
It's not.
He looked at me like I was insane, and I was like, "You're naked, painted as Superman. How can you stand anywhere and judge me?
Right?
How is this possible, dude?
No."
How is this possible? Anyway,
it made no sense. It made no sense.
It's got a curved and comfy pilot seat, hydro oxygenizers, super camouflage detailing, freewheeling wheels. Like, come on, man. It's a hydro skimmer. Why has it got
Why has it got wheels?
You don't got to talk about the wheels, man. The wheels on the bottom. That's how you play with it. Like, don't talk about it. It's got water whipping spring powered hydro missiles. Vehicle does not float in water.
I was about to say vehicle does not float in water.
Turtle flage Donnie, turtle twisting throttle, and it's also yellow underneath.
Yeah,
which is cool, but it belies. It kind of like messes with the anyway.
And I think that the comfy curvy pilot seat, I think that might be a different material. I think it might be like a faux leather kind of thing. That might be just they needed something else to add to it.
Just like one more little thing. I mean, you know what? For this last year of Turtles, it's all about feel. You got the real feel. Turtle skin. You got the comfy, curvy seats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's all about tactile. You know what I'm saying? It's about being comfy this season.
I do.
All right, here we go.
You're saying.
Oh, sorry, I describe it. You read it. Here you go.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to find. I got this from Turtle, the TMNT Toys.
Oh, you're on the TMNTtoys.com. Big shout out. Love them.
So let's see here. So as Don spins his camo hydro skimmer towards the shore, he is suddenly interrupted, by an explosion. Dr. Queese is up to no good in the harbor. Don quickly slides into his seat and becomes one with his camo hydro skimmer. He skims across the water right for Dr. Queese's evil tugboat. Of course Donnie's going towards Dr. Queese's tugboat. Just saying. The sickly sea slug is what it's called.
That's the name.
That's the name. That's beautiful. He looks up but sees no intruder. Suddenly the water surrounding Dr. Queese erupts. Don fires his water surrounding. Don fires his water surrounding.
I think it's Don fires the water surrounding Dr. Queese
erupts. Okay, there we go. Don fires his water-whipping, spring-powered hydro missile and sends clam-headed Dr. Queese to Davy Jones's locker. This is one fish story Don can't wait to tell the boys. Yeah, they don't like to hear him talk about Dr. Queese, so I don't think that he'll be sharing that.
No. I think he could probably very much wait on telling
absolutely.
the boys,
to
be honest.
Absolutely. So now let's move on to the Mega Motorin Elite Guard with Street Cycle.
'Cause you're motoring.
So this doesn't look like the Elite Guard that we saw in the previous assortment, at least from the front of the box. Let's go to the back of the box. And again, TMNTtoys.com. The Virtual Toy Museum, fantastic resource for all this stuff, so check them out.
Absolutely.
And this is a lot less. I don't know. The bike looks cool as hell. It's very extra, but it kind of looks like a weird, like cardinal.
I agree.
Yeah.
A little bit of a shame that they didn't wind up getting the pink in. See the color art, the art on the back that has like pink
right on the side.
accents, and in the production it's purple, which
It's
is
purple.
cool.
I like the purple, but it's not as striking
The
as
pink
the
is screaming, bro.
the pink is. I like the pink a lot. And yeah,
That's him.
that's him.
He looks like he should be in Daft Punk.
He does. He does. It's very bizarre. And plus is his on the actual thing. Okay, so they kept the stripes or the straps that are on him, like little, like, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. They're the same color that should match this pink on the back of the bike, but they don't because the production was purple. That is
they're kind of a lavender.
Yeah.
Like they were supposed to be pink on the back of the art.
Mm-hmm.
Then they painted them lavender, but then the stripe on the bike came out like dark purple.
It did.
So he doesn't really match anything.
No. And this, if this didn't
but
have
we're
the
not
turtles,
in camouflage. Remember, we're not doing camouflage. It's just mega motoring. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. This is not. This does not appear to have the camo. It didn't have it on the front either. Yeah, no. This is not camo. So, here we go. The dark.
Don't forget, there's a new quote here, really fast. Splinter say,
"What did he say?
Beware the treachery that lurks in your enemy's heart."
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
We just haven't caught one in a long time.
That's true.
Yeah, it's there.
The dark streets of the city hold the terror of an unstoppable predator known as the Mega Motorin Elite Guard. He speeds through the shadows, tightly gripping the handlebars of his monstrous machine of destruction. Silently, he shifts gears and hunts for his prey. Who shall be first? Raphael? But of course, the elite guard turns down an alley and spots Raphael just up ahead. The hunt is on. The elite guard hugs the darkness for cover as he sneaks up behind the unsuspecting turtle. He lowers his front tail. He lowers his front fairing and gets ready to fire his surprise spring-powered missile. With a flick of the wrist, he fires, but Raph dodges the blast and turns his bike to face his attacker. Elite Guard quickly mutates his cycle into attack mode and lunges forward. Only one will walk away the victor, and the battle has begun.
That's the best written back stuff on anything that we've done this wave. That is
as far as flow, yeah. As far as flow, I like that. As far as
flow, and it's kind of cool because you're from the elite guard's perspective, and it's just about him like being in the dark, like looking for a dude, and then at the end, instead of like getting knocked in the poopy, he like goes in on Raph, and it's like you end on that Rocky 3 like simultaneous punch thing,
right?
Like it's just kind of what it is. You know what I mean? Like
I kind of love that. I kind of love that a lot. That it's kind of not predetermining the battle's end. Like it could go either way.
No, it felt like really cool. Like I don't know why, just it works. Like I'm
a fan of that.
I guess.
Yeah. All right, so now on to what I believe to be the last thing we will be covering, at least tonight. Okay. But I think this will end our coverage. So here we go. This is the what is this called again? This is the Mutant Marauder. The Mutant Mobile Command Unit. And this is
this is like a tribute to the Humvee in the show. Like they had a Humvee. So if you're watching this show, you looking for a Humvee. Like to have, right? If you want to have that whole set.
And the art is really cool.
No, you're describing. Yeah.
The art is really cool. I am digging this art on the cover. I think it's just really well done. And
I think it is really well done.
Yeah, you got Venus on the
Raph's writing in it, so that's a little not canon. But besides
that's true. That's true. But Venus has got the gun on top. She's like piloting that, and that's really cool with her bandana just in the wind. Leo, for some reason,
is actually really cool. Yeah,
Leo's like dodging, not deflecting bullets with his sword, like out the window. Yeah. That's fantastic. Mikey's got a bolo, just swinging that around. I don't think that's going to do a lot of good with just velocity, like forward. No. I don't know, movements. It's kind of weird. And apparently this thing shoots pizza. So we'll take a look on the back. But yeah, the motor is exposed on the front hood, and yeah, it's apparently a pizza launcher as well, which, you know, I'm never opposed to that, but still. On the back we get a better
this
look
is
at
the
it.
first time we had the balls to bust out a pizza launcher since the other one was banned.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Apparently the gun up top is also a bola cannon, which is really neat.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then but this thing looks pretty freaking cool, like on the back. Like I don't know if it actually turned out like this good, but it looks like it's got like metal on the sides, like the whole thing's made of metal. Like it looks pretty awesome. And there's a thing in 6-inch action figure collector, like, you know, whatever, where people will buy things like this and turn them into Punisher vans and vehicles.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that could, I could see somebody doing something neat with this, but I'm impressed. I think this looks fantastic.
I think it does too. Like, the front art is classic. Like, it's really good. And
Really
that's sold a lot of these vehicles, man.
Oh yeah.
Like that like back in the day, like that box art on front was hot fire.
Absolutely.
So you got a lot of features here.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like a steering wheel, switch bows activation steering wheel, the engine, the pizza launcher, the bad boy bump and bumper.
Yeah.
Bruh. Spring-launched side-mounted switch bows. Oh, that's what it is. So you press the steering wheel and it pops out these side bows that come out from like the mud guard down there and just start like tripping dudes.
That's nuts.
The non-deflating freewheeling wonder wheels. It's kind of funny because this is non-deflating. I know what they mean by like that they can't be punctured.
Right.
But one of the really cool features about the Hummer when it came on the market,
yeah,
like to civilians, was that you could deflate the tires on purpose.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, they had like little ballast tanks. And this is on the military vehicle too, because it was issued a lot for desert use, right?
Right.
Well, if you're in sand, what you got to do, the best tech is to actually deflate your tires to make the tread wider, so you get more traction and you don't get stuck as easily.
Oh, okay.
So the Humvee had little reserve tanks, and you could drop the pressure of the tires and make them flatter, and then out of those reserve tanks, fill them right back up.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day with like deuce and a halves and stuff in like World War II, and they were fighting in Africa, right?
Yeah.
Which is where my Uncle John fought, Erwin Rommel in Africa. The deuce and a halves and stuff they had to deflate their tires, but if they ever went back on hard pack or they went back on like roads, they'd like repump all like 8 tires on that deuce and a half. It was like annoying as hell. So the Humvee had them where they deflated.
Do you think there was like,
it's weird that it says non-deflating. I'm like, well, that's half the point.
Do you think there was the first model of them had the things like the shoes had when you needed to pump it back up? Like you just like on your tongue.
You had to go outside and like manually like
and just pump it up with, but it's the same thing as the shoe technology. So it's just this little thing for your thumb to press to pump your shoes up. You remember those?
It would be bad as hell if like they weren't even on the tire; they were in a row on the console inside.
Yeah.
Like, so you could do it from inside the vehicle, so you're safe.
Right. Yeah,
but instead of just pressing a button to activate the motor, you have to go.
You just have to keep pumping it.
So like in the Army manual, it's supposed to be like if you're in a battle situation and you get onto hard pack or something and you need to reinflate the tires, it's a 4-seater. So one soldier operates the top turret while the other 4 soldiers inside have to each grab a pump and pump the tires up really fast. It's like each one grabs a pump.
That's wild.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be. On the chat, Jake says that they actually had this. So Jake, did it look just like this?
You had this toy, dude.
Yeah. Did it have it? Please clarify, Jake the clarifier. We need to know.
Clarifier, because that's the only thing about the non-window, like big boxes like this, is we don't have it in hand. Like
he says, yes.
So we don't know.
All caps. That's
all caps.
That's fantastic, man.
Or no cap in this case. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's
was
awesome.
Kind of cool. So it says real working winch on the back. So it had a winch you could like pull stuff with, which is sick.
Yeah.
Thunderboard access ramp. Now this gets your boy spinning back when I was a kid, bro.
Ooh, spin it across the street.
Because I'd be spinning right across the street. Because remember those skateboards we covered earlier?
Yeah.
The Thunderboards?
Yes.
They can, at speed, I guess, this thing could drop that thing down and a Thunderboard could like go up that ramp. and like be stored in the back. So like
That's
turtles
legit.
could like reconvene with each other. Like one gets off on the one gets off on the board and then comes back in and gets on the turret. I mean like, and it says a flip up mobile command center, and what that means is, and you see this on the box, the whole roof hinges up toward the back of the vehicle. You'll see on the back corner near the roll bar, there's a little hinge,
right?
With a little steel pin in there. The whole damn roof pops open.
That's amazing.
And it has all this command center shit in it, like decals with like cool shit and all. I'm like, that is so damn cool.
That is so cool.
You see that, Eric?
I do see it. Yes.
And it gives you really cool access also to get turtles in and out and stuff easily, which I really love.
Yeah.
Shoots pizzas out the front. The bolo cannon on top. Press the steering wheel, pop out the sidebar boys. You know what I'm saying? To trip them up. You got the winch, and you got the board boy.
Jake's saying that on the on TMNT Toys they have the PDF of the instructions. And
oh, neat. Okay,
and that gets your boy 6 to midnight.
The one time I'm not on TMNT Toys.
Yeah, I know.
I was
like,
actual pictures, like it has the instructions.
Right.
Yeah. Really cool stuff. Art is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And I just can't say enough about this. This honestly, like, is like the promise of the premise.
Absolutely.
Like, so cool. All right, here we go. The turtles are roll. This is the mobile command unit, by the way, the mutant marauder.
Okay.
The turtles are rolling into action in their massive mutant marauder. This mobile command center can traverse any terrain and handle any battle situation. Fully armored with the dual side-mounted switch bows and spring-powered bola cannon, the mutant marauder doesn't even slow down to take on the Weasley rank warriors. With Leonardo at the wheel, this mutant machine blasts over the rank warriors and keeps on going. But when the going gets really tough, the mutant marauder mutates into attack mode and really starts a casualty count. The rank warriors may run for cover, but they can't run fast enough to avoid the sting of high-powered pizzas from the rapid-fire pizza launcher. Time to dust this place and move on to the next battle, Cowabunga.
Dang.
It's like, it's so funny. Because, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm not trying to knock this thing. It's cool as hell.
Yeah.
It's just should have come out like 3 years ago. Because it shoots pizzas.
Right.
Like,
you're talking about 3 years ago in the journey.
In the journey. It should have come out during
95.
Red Skies.
Yeah.
Ish. Maybe end of traditional animated series.
Right.
Because it's cool as hell.
It is.
But it shoots pizzas. That's the only thing about it. The other stuff is very Next Mutation.
Yeah.
The sticks that come out, the bows that come out the side, like the command center, the exposed engine, like the roll your bike up in the back, the winch. I mean, that's all so cool.
It is.
The only thing that knocks it just a beady bit is and it's not even that, because let's be honest, like kids didn't grow up dated like year to year. Like younger kids that were into the Turtles in 97 and 98, they weren't done with like shooting pizzas.
No.
I just my feeling was like it's labeled Next Mutation Ninja Turtles. So why are we shooting pizzas?
That's true.
It's weird. It's weird. I'm looking at the instructions right now, and they actually are really cool. It just confirms that you do press down the steering wheel to release the side-mounted bows.
Okay.
You load the discs in the engine vertically in the top of it, and then it shoots them out the front vertically or horizontally. Yeah, you put them in like a coin, but they fall flat at the bottom of the reservoir.
Okay.
And then you can fire it. You can just press the button on the right side of the engine, and they shoot out. Little command center. Yeah, this is all stuff we know. I was trying to make sure there wasn't anything like wild in here. Oh, hanging the front wheels on hooks provided. Oh, cool. So, yeah. So coming off the back of the roof,
okay,
there are two hooks that slot into the trucks of the Thunderboards.
Yeah.
So you can hang two Thunderboards from the back, and they stack like vertically.
Oh.
So you can store 2 Thunderboards on it, like locked in on these hooks on the back of the.
That's awesome.
The back of the bed. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, that is sweet. So
Yeah.
One Last Splinter says, your tools are an extension of you. Mold them to your needs. That means to know and use the Mutant Marauder like the back of your hand. Yeah.
No, Crank, he didn't mean tool like the band. He was saying like your your tools. Yeah, well, if you would listen. The thing is, if you would listen though, before you just heard a word and started freaking. Okay, just.
Oh my lord.
Sorry.
Not Krang.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. That's it. That's all. That's all the Next Mutation toys that I believe we got them all.
The Playmates line.
Yeah.
Boys and girls. Holy shit.
Yeah. For a second, I thought that we
Eric,
didn't talk about the sword,
first thing
we
we
did.
Finished.
Because we still have one more line of toys from Playmates, but they're actual just regular Turtles stuff. But then,
really?
Yeah, we have one more.
What's up with me not knowing?
I don't know. I send you all the stuff. I send you I sent you a thing in the mail. I send it like it's a whole.
You don't send me
it's a whole
shit in the mail. What are you talking about, boy?
No.
What more? Hold on.
So if I'm not mistaken, we have one more assortment. It looks like we might have covered it, but we haven't. Like it's stuff that it's very adjacent to some of the things.
1997 basic assortment. We covered this.
But
Thunder Thrashers. We covered this. It was the bad shorts. Cycle assortment. Leo's sword. Deluxe figure set. Mutant Marauder. Turtleflage line, which we covered. Turtleflage Deluxe we covered. Turtleflage vehicle assortment we've covered.
There's still something in the Playmates
thing.
Curve. I don't have it up yet. Let me go there then.
Show me the curve.
Lord. Oh goodness, and I can't. Of course I can't Google while I am. Let's see, TMNT. There we go. I think it had something to do with the dinosaur stuff, and it was something else that it wasn't much, but it was still something that we had to get through. But because there's the re-releases. I don't believe we did.
There's 98 through 90.
We did not do the coil. We did do the coil thing. We did do those. I forget which one it was, but I'm pretty sure when I looked at it.
Finished, so what? There's all right. So in 97, under the original line, there's Mutant Masters.
Yes, we didn't do these.
I thought we did because they were related to the anime. Did we not?
I don't think we did because
we need to check that.
I'll have to double check, but yeah, I need someone to double check for me. But when I double checked, I did not.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I don't think that.
Look, man, you're the guy.
I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong, but we'll double check and see. But there's a chance we could be completely done with the Playmates 90s line, and there's a chance we might have one more episode of this. Who knows? But we will find out, and before the next episode.
Stretch figures.
I don't remember, but I do know that I have acquired all the assets.
Yeah. I remember doing those, and I feel like I would remember.
That's what I'm saying. Because the thing with the Dino figures is that they had 2 other Dino figures earlier in the line.
No, you're right. Okay, I got you, fam. I got you.
And that's what threw me off.
We did cover Dino, which got me messed up. We did cover anime type things, but they were earlier in the line.
Right.
What happened was we were in 1996. We did 96 all the way through. I'm very sure.
Yes.
Then we got to 97, but we weren't in 97 yet.
Right.
But then we did Next Mutation. We went to the Next Mutation line, which is 97, 98, but we never came back and did 97 Playmates main line.
Right.
That is toys we have left to do.
Yeah. So
Mutant Masters, Dino figures, and stretch figures, which means next episode will be toys again.
Yes. So, and that's it. That's it for a while, for a long while.
This ending of things is always me going, and that's it. And you going, but there's one more thing, or whatever. That's like all this is. I'm so ready to be done with the 90s. It's hilarious. And it's
I know.
great. I know you are too. But
I
you're always
am.
like that. Hey, I hate to spoil your fun, but
I hate it.
No,
I'm always the bad guy.
never.
I am always the bad guy. I wish I could have some camouflage. I could pull over. Well, we got a brick background. I could just throw that over.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
But so anyway, wow. I love. All right, nope. We did not false advertise. It says on the show notes, and you said this. Hopefully, the last bit of next Mutation toys,
right?
97, 98.
Yes.
And check.
Yes.
It is the last bit of those toys.
Indeed.
However, there is 97 Playmates mainline toys left to do. And we will do them, and they are going to be funny as shit. So do not worry, because these guys look wild. And the stretchy boys, get ready for innuendo, because it's going to be rough.
Yeah, we'll stretch.
It's going to be rough. Anyway, hit it, Eric.
So let us know.
Tell them the doctor they told you to go see.
Yeah. So we want to know, did you have these figures? Like Jay clarified for us that he had the
clarifier.
The mobile, what was it again? The mobile mutant marauder command center.
Yeah, the mutant marauder, bro. Just straight up.
Jake had that, gave us the 411 on it, and we want to know if you had any of these things and if they were as cool, and if like you had the camouflage stuff and then you lost it because you couldn't see because for some reason your house was made of tires stacked a certain way. We want to know. So hit us up, turtlesoupshow@gmail.com. You can find us on the home of the internet, turtlesoupshow.com. Also, you can find us pretty much on all the socials, but we're mostly on the Facebook group where a ton of Turtletarians are there sharing a bunch of turtle news, and it's really cool. And we really appreciate all of y'all. And so come hang out, join us there. Also, we're on YouTube here if you're just listening to the audio a month later because of podcast issues. But you can always come check us out on YouTube and find our episodes are up here as well, at least a good portion of the ones that we've been doing on here. And so and if you're here, and even if you're not here and you'd like to be here, we would like for you to be here. So please subscribe, like, comment, do all that fun stuff. We do this almost every Thursday, at least 2 Thursdays out of the month. We are here, and we're pretty close to 500 subs, I think. So come on over and just every sub counts.
479. Are you out of your mind? You know what I'm saying? We need to get the rest going. We
need to get the rest going. So please do that. And then if you feel like going the extra mile, just throwing some pennies our way, you can do that. Patreon.com. Find Turtle Soup's Dumb and Make It a Podcast for a long time now. And we're going to keep doing that as long as we have patrons that are just wonderful and glorious. And we call them family, and they help to keep the lights on and keep us from saying clang for too long. So, because sometimes we say clang, but that's not on our own volition. It's just things happen.
No. We ain't out here like trying to say clang, but
no,
like
absolutely
sometimes
not.
Clang. Splinter once said, clang happens.
Clang happens. Like that is absolutely true.
It does.
And so, the other thing that happens is sometimes things say clang before the episode starts. And your boy doesn't have all of his assets readily available to him, so he has to stall for a moment while he's clicking and reading and thinking.
What you gonna do with all them assets?
All them assets inside them, on that USB drive. I don't know. Well, we're about to.
Jake said one funny comment from Jake while you're stalling.
Okay,
he said in reference to the mutant marauder wagon.
Yeah,
it's like Playmates was still on that. Yeah, but what if it had a pizza tip?
That's true.
And that's pretty. So I Playmates like, God, I can't get away from the pizza. What if it shot pizza?
Right. And what if you had a pizza tip? Let us know in the comments or just email us about your pizza tip. And if you call it a wedge, we want to know about your wedge. So until then,
should we bring that back? Should we make wedge happen?
We might have to.
Until then,
else time. we're back.
Mm.
So
boys and girls, I'll tell you what. Been a long
Goodness.
day. You know,
it has been. Oh, I'm on the wrong scene.
It's been a long one for your boy, bro.
Let me jump on over to the chat. There we go. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, get on that chat.
Yeah.
Boys and girls. What is up, y'all? Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for managing your expectations when you were like, when Ryan was like, That's it for Playmates. That we did it. This is the first thing we've actually totally been. And then Eric was like, no, reality. I'm like, no. Thanks for dealing with that. But I gotta be honest. I know that like from here on out, the toys like they're not as like goofy.
They're
future.
not. They're
like,
not.
They're just kind of not. So I am kind of enjoying, like, I think maybe just like one more episode of that goofy business.
I think,
cool.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
That's
like,
gonna do
so,
it.
Yeah, like you know, and I think now we know it's the last one. We just no. So this is the last one next week. Yeah.
I'll be pleasantly surprised if I recall that the 2003 line has any kind of serious, worth looking into kind of humor to it.
Yeah.
But what color is your cup that you were just drinking out of?
Oh, purple.
That is such a vibrant purple on here. Like it looks like you're a member of the Foot Clan. Like that looks like you got that for joining the Foot Clan.
It's like it's not like far off in real life. I know I have some of my settings, like my saturation is kind of higher, but like no, it's a little Devil Rays cup, man.
And
I got it for points.
It's kind of got a there's something about you and fluorescence. Like it's got like a not a fluorescent. What am I looking at? Pastel. Kind of like a vibrant pastel colors. You just like
it does
shine in those.
I think I rock that.
You
think
totally
I can rock that?
Yes. Remember the your Miami hat?
Yeah. Oh my God, that was still sitting in the
you
bag
were stunning in
the
those,
dust, brother. Oh, Jake thought it said Double Dare. That'd be sick.
Oh
no,
so
it says Double Rays. I'm yeah, like I can rock this like this City Connect, bro. This hat, bro, is like my life right now because it's got that purple. You know
I love that it's the Skyway Bridge.
And
that's
it's
so
the
good.
sky. They call it the Sky Ray. You know what I'm saying?
So good. That's so good.
All about that. I showed you Evan Longoria last week or 2 weeks ago. Didn't I? Yeah, you got that.
Fantastic.
The under brim on this hat. I don't know if you can see it. It's like rainbow, or it's like, or it's bubbles. It's like purple bubbles, and then I don't know if this is gonna you're gonna be able to see it on camera.
Oh, I see it now.
But the inside is like, so it's like bubbles, okay?
Right.
And then the inside of the hat band is like a rainbow like fade.
That's
all around
awesome.
the like inside of the hat.
That's awesome. The inside of the rim or the bill kind of looks like a camouflage thing a turtle would have from one of these.
Yeah,
lines.
it's so the whole thing is it's supposed to the whole theme of the City Connect is the black is supposed to look like purplish black and like it's been sun worn.
Oh, okay.
You know, like old black shirts are like really like you know like they're like stained and like lighter colors, different places. It's supposed to kind of look like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks neat.
But yeah, it's gross. Like I think there's that one, and then
you just keep your hats on a rooftop in the city.
Yeah, man, I got them in the rooftop, bro. So I wore this one earlier, the green.
Ooh.
And I keep this one flat build.
Oh,
like straight up. Like that's how you rock that one. But look at that underbrim.
That underbrim. That's so good.
Is it fire to be like, look at this underbrim?
It's hilarious that you're doing that.
Look at this underbrim.
I kind of love it.
The underbrim on this hat, like something. I forgot what hat I first got that had like a cool underbrim, but now I'm like obsessed with underbrims.
Oh,
like it's just like too much.
I'm kind of jealous.
And this is the last new hat I got. I got my daughter a Rays hat. She really wanted one.
Yeah,
but it was like buy one get 150 off. So I was like,
nice.
I'll get me a hat. I have to almost go off camera to put this on because it's like the funniest hat in the world. You ready? Here we go.
Okay. Yes. No. Oh.
I call this hipster camouflage.
Okay. All right.
Like,
yeah,
it's just It's just crazy.
I kind of wish you would have worn that the whole time we did this episode, because it kind of is in theme with the camo.
It looks like a print. It looks like a print from like someone's old ass couch or some crazy shit. But like,
it totally does. Yeah. I love it though. It looks gaudy, but like in a good way. Like it looks.
Yeah, like it actually. With certain shirts, it like really works.
Jake says vaporwave, and yes, that's the vibes I'm getting from.
Yeah, totally. It's such a weird hat, and it's not fitted either. I normally wear fitteds, and it's not fitted. It's a snapback, but it actually fits me well, which is really rare. Usually, snapbacks are too small for me.
Yeah.
And then this one just has like a cool, just kind of like grass green underbill. Yeah. It's cool. Oh! It's green.
Oh God! You got to go back to the
future.
It
really doesn't want to be on this.
No, that's amazing.
I didn't know this was technically a green screen. I thought it used smarter technology than a green screen. Anyway, I'm not an athletics fan. You wouldn't be able to see the top of my head. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Jake wants to know if you wear your hats backwards at all.
I can. Yeah. I will. Yeah. I will sometimes. It all just kind of depends on what I'm doing. A lot of times, like if I'm like going to be sitting somewhere where I'm putting like if I'm driving, I typically have it forward just because if you lean your head back against the rest, like your hat hits.
Yeah.
But I rock them backwards, like.
Yeah, if he's doing any kind of work, usually I've seen him do
like
anything. Yeah, and then playing board games sometimes I think I see you flip it and.
Oh yeah, no, I'll flip it doing that. Yeah, if I'm up to any business, like all those times at your house, I'd be like, I'm gonna fix that, Eric. I'd be like, flip, like
right,
that bitch
exactly.
around.
Yeah, step one, flip hat. Yeah,
step one, flip hat. Had to flip it. I do love like the neon green MLB logo.
That is cute. I love that.
Yeah, I don't know, like
I'm kind of geeking out about all this. I wish I could wear hats.
Bro, we have to get you to the hat store. I don't know what we got to do. If it's the mall in Lakeland, maybe, because it's closer to you or something. Like, if you're allergic to Brandon Town Center, I don't know. But, like, we'll get you out there. We just got to get you to Lids. And they have cool-ass hats there. It's not just, like, sports hats. Like at Lids now, they have, like, a bunch of, like, music hats. They have, like, Death Row Records, Dr. Dre, Outkast. Like, but the cool thing is they are new era fitted hats, and there is nothing like one. There's nothing like a new era fitted hat. We get you your hat size, and then you're off to the races, bro. Because then you can like order them online.
Oh, because I know. Because then I know. And knowing
I'm telling you something. You buy a new era fitted that fits you right. Listen, and you wear it in, and it doesn't take long to get it worn in good. Maybe a couple of days wearing it. Yeah, dude, you'll never leave it. Man. It doesn't feel like you have a hat on at all, but it's like a pair of boxer briefs that like when they're brand new and they got you, you know what I mean? But they're not
I know what you mean.
Rough on you, but they got you.
They got you.
That hat's just got you, man. Like you're good.
Man. That's a good feeling. I mean, it's a good feeling down there, but having it up here would be even better.
I'm telling you, like the thing that and all the other practical stuff, it shades your eyes from the goddamn sun.
It's true.
And when you're outside, like it's got all those practical purposes.
Jake says
the
that
best thing about a hat. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Jake says that we should come to St. Louis to, and we'll make a day at the local Lids.
Actually, really funny, Jake, that you say that. Because later this next month, in early July, I'll be in St. Louis.
Will you really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know this.
I am. I guess I'll announce it here. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't give a lot of details yet until it's like super announced. I don't know if it's
just
super
the
announced
tip
yet. Just the tip. So, Alicia, my wife, you know what I'm saying, is coming out with a new romance novel, The Art of Catching Feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
It is a baseball romance book. Right, so it takes place a baseball player and and one of the broadcasters for the team. Right, like they fall in love. We cooked this idea up a long time ago, and we talked about it. We almost dreamed about it. Then we set the shit up, so we're going to do it.
Yeah,
it is a 2-week baseball tour. It's a book tour.
Awesome. That's amazing.
So we're going to be going to Durham, North Carolina, and while we're there, we're going to see the Durham Bulls again. We have events planned in Baltimore, New York, St. Louis, and Nashville and Atlanta. So we're going to be driving through Baltimore, seeing the Orioles. We're going to be seeing the Yankees in New York. Couldn't make the Mets because they're out of town.
Yeah.
We're going to be in New York. We're going to drive over to Tennessee, see my family, because they're going to meet us up there in Nashville. We're doing a little mini vacation like that. Then we're going to St. Louis to do an event there and see the Cardinals.
Oh, that's awesome.
So depending on, then we're going to wrap back through Atlanta, and then we're going to come home.
That's legit.
So we're going to be in St. Louis for 2 or 3 days, I think. So Jake, DM your boy. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out.
That's
I'd
awesome.
love to be
I'm so
there.
jealous.
You know your boy
I'm
ain't
so
going to
jealous.
be in St. Louis randomly, but I am going to be in St. Louis.
Right. That's amazing.
Yes, we're going to see 6 baseball games at teams we've never seen.
Yeah.
And it's going to add 4 more major league ballparks to our list.
To your little checklist.
So we're going to see, we're going to see the Orioles at Camden Yard, one of the infamously awesome stadiums that I've never been to. We're going to see the Yankees at Yankee Stadium, which I'll have to hold my nose for that. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's history. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Let me check one last second.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm being that guy.
I
just want to get it all down here because it's a bit of a documentary. You know what I'm saying? About a
documentary. That's what the whole show is.
It's about we're going to see the Phillies in Philadelphia. The Yankees.
And you're catching feelings. So Phillies.
Oh shit, catching the Phillies?
Yeah.
Damn. So we're going to see the Marlins at Phillies in Philadelphia. We're going to see the Reds at Yankee Stadium. We're going to see the Baltimore game. I can't remember who's playing Baltimore. We're going to see them in Baltimore, the Orioles. Then we're going to see St. Louis Royals at Cardinals.
Okay.
And then we're going to go, and then that'll be the kind of end of it. But we're going to go back through Atlanta for a thing. So anyway, I'm going to go on a mini tour, and I'll talk a little bit more about it when she fully announces the tour. And then I'll have to figure out, and this is one thing I want to do really fast. I'm going to figure out if I'm available, depending on what city I'm in, to meet up with Turtletarians. Like that's basically like my thing. Like, I'll let you know. Some of these, I think Baltimore. I think we drive through Baltimore, see a game, and keep driving. So that's a unless you want to go see the Orioles at some point with me. That's basically what it's going to be.
Just make sure that your hair is not getting in his lap.
Don't get your hair a flap over me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't come at me like Kenneth. Don't tell me about shit. You know what I mean? Although
untuck that shirt.
Do if you run into me at a game, do tell me about your team. Right. Because I won't try to big league you. If you're a Phillies fan, I'm not going to try to big league you about your team. Because I don't know anything about them. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Well, we need to big league.
Yeah, so I'm doing that. We do need to big league get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
was the one that said I wanted to hurry this up, and I was the worst.
And Turtletarians do DM Ryan and let him know what you want him to do for you. But right now, I want Ryan to help me name this episode. We've got a couple of things in the running. We got Flick of the Wrist, or I wrote down. Flick of the Wrist, another blow struck for justice, and then Big Time Blending is kind of good too. So
Big Time Blending's good. I know we had some in the chat. We had the wedge in there. I think that Flick of the Wrist, man. Because I feel like we said that the entire episode.
We did.
Flick of the Wrist was all over it.
We did. So all right.
You guys say it because I think I've said the last good number of them.
Yep.
All right.
Bobby Bonilla.
This is Turtle Soup, episode 322.
Flick of the Wrist. Let's give it a little southern.
Yeah. Let's do one that's a little bit more confident. You know, it's like Flick of the Wrist. You know what I mean? Where it's just I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a cool move, right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This is Turtle Soup, episode 322.
Flick of the Wrist.
Yeah,
I like that.
That
Yeah,
I can hear you like nodding, like don't worry about it. Like I can feel you doing that.
Oh yeah,
while you were doing that.
That's one of
It's
those
kind of like
things.
when somebody sings and you kind of hear them smiling. Like, that's weird.
That's
You know what I mean? You're like, how
oh
do
yeah.
you hear that, bro? How do you
Oh
hear
yeah.
that?
How do you hear that? How do you hear it?
How do you hear that, bro? How do you hear me smiling, bro? How you hear me crying, bro? How you hear me eating a Korean corn dog at the Rays game, bro?